Okay, hello and welcome to the Shop of Law streams. We're here in the last game of Roll20Con. We're going to be raising money with this stream for Code 2040, which is a service that, it's raising money for racial equality in the tech industry. And this game is one that I wrote that is just now available on the Roll20 marketplace. And we have lots of wonderful guests here. So I'm going to have everyone go through and say your name and a little bit about like what city you're in, where you're from, and your pronouns, and maybe tell just a tiny bit about the character you're playing. And then we're going to talk about Burn Bryte for a little bit and how to play it. So Liselle, you want to go first?
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Liselle. I am Danish. My pronouns are she, her. I am from Copenhagen, Denmark. So I will be playing in a foreign language since English is not my first.
Yeah. Cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Taliesin?
Oh, hi. My name is Taliesin Jaffe. I'm sitting in my terrible bunker somewhere beneath the city of Los Angeles in California. My pronouns are he, him. And other than normally doing the critical role thing, I'll be here for this ridiculous romp as a strange anthropomorphic cat named Zeke. Castana, I believe, is Zeke Castana. And may have some intentions. No idea. We'll find out.
Liselle, you want to say something about your character?
Yes, I'm sorry. I am yes. I am playing Vinko Sarashivatsa, who is an Oran. It means my body is crystal, and this species hardens as they age and will eventually become entirely immobile and crystallized.
Awesome. Elisa?
Hi, everyone. I'm Elisa Teague. I am also in Los Angeles, somewhere in Los Angeles. Who knows where Los Angeles is even more? My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Walala, a glean, which is a feathered, tentacled, jellyfish-like space creature. And she loves to cook and is great at computers, so watch out. I'm not sure what that's going to mean yet.
Awesome. Great. So I'm Carnelian King. I'm Mischief Nerd on Twitter. I work for Roll20 as a dungeon master. And I'm going to be introducing you all to Burn Bryte and this interesting module. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we were talking a little bit before about how I was going to show you how to do this. So we're going to be in the relevant PC starting info. And we're gonna first talk about how we use Burn Bryte. So Burn Bryte is a system that instead of having individual levels, you have something called story paths. So why don't you click on your character sheet over on the right? I'm gonna click Zeke's, and then I want to have you scroll down to the very bottom of it. See where it says story path on the left? Okay, so each one of you has a unique story path. And this is like your character's like inner motivation and goals. So these are kind of things that you're going to be trying to achieve through this story specifically. There's a chance you might make one or two in this game. Each module has the capacity for at least one player to achieve a story path. And the way that this works is once you achieve events on your story path, the dice that you have above go up. It's like you get better at a thing. So we spoke a little bit about this before, but I'd love to give a little bit of an explanation about how Burn Bryte works with skill checks. So you have 18 possible skill checks, mental, physical, and social. And I'm never going to tell you, you need to roll a stealth check. I'm instead going to say, the guards are hiding around the corner, and they have your special teleportation jewel. What would you like to use to get past them? The complexity is 2. And so what that will mean is you will pick one of these skills, and like perhaps in this instance, you would roll stealth or skullduggery or deceive, whatever one you thought was most appropriate at the time. And then you would click on the dice, and then I would tell you that the complexity was 3 if it was difficult, 2 if it was easy, 5 if it was nearly impossible. And then up at the top where it says dice used, you would just click that so that later you could work towards having a Nova point, which is how you activate your special Nova abilities. And that's when you've rolled a dice of each size. So this should be rather intuitive once we get started. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about all of the species. There should be a species breakdown pop up on your screen. Did that happen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. This doesn't have pictures. It's just going to be a quick, I'm just going to tell you about them. So we have talked about some of these already. Like Elisa is playing a Glean, which is a feathered jellyfish sapient whose lifespans are extended by a special crystal called a reliquary. And then other ones are Eno, like what Taliesin's playing. Well, Taliesin's in the body of an Eno. There's also Kithuk, which are friendly insect people that are about the size of bears. Peacecraft, which are kind of like Transformers. And Rornans, which are like a hive of sentient bugs of like, I think it's 50,000 bugs in every Rornan. And they're all connected through a hive mind. And then there's the one that Liselle is playing, which is an Ulron. She described it as a crystal humanoid. And Zavoy are like slugs that get into people's corpses and puppet them around, just because we needed just a little bit of body horror. And the last one is Driftling, which are kind of creatures that are pieces of other creatures. I'm dressed up as a Driftling right now, who you will meet a little bit later. But they have like kind of mismatched parts because they're like Ditto from Pokemon. Like they pick up the traits of other people around. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about is this thing called the safety deck. Now, this is a lot of text. I don't actually need you to read everything, but there's, it's kind of like an extension of the X card. Let me just make sure that it's available to everyone. Safety deck, show. Okay, it's popped up on the bottom right here. Can you all see that? Should be red. Okay, so there are 3 cards. It's like green, yellow, and red. If any of you play a slow down card, in order to play from these cards, you mouse over it and you click choose. And then I'm going to, for instance, play this one. I'm just going to put it out in front of us. I was going to try. So I'm planning to play the slow down card. Like perhaps Carnelian is going too fast. If you play any of these 3 cards, we will pause the game or we will move on from whatever the thing that we brought up that was making you uncomfortable. These are like kind of consent. Oh, look, they all just popped up at once and there's a lot of them. Yeah. So these are basically like green means keep going, yellow means stop, or yellow means keep going, and red means stop. If you play one of these, we won't ask you any questions. We'll just move on from the thing, especially if you play the red card. That sound okay for everyone?
Very good.
Yes.
Great. All right. So the last thing that we're going to go over before we start playing is that you all have some shared memories. Okay? How about you all read them, starting with Taliesin, and you all read them one after the other?
All right. You know that you are in the Olaxis galaxy, which is being slowly consumed by the burn, a mysterious phenomena that is destroying planets on the edge of civilization, slowly encroaching towards the center.
All right. Now, Elisa?
You also know that you are on a planet called, I'm going to butcher this, Azobni,
Yeah, great.
which is known for its casinos, luxury resorts, and other indulgent offerings for the wealthy. It is near the center of the galaxy and will not be destroyed by the burn for another 100 years.
All right, Liselle?
In this galaxy, there is no gender. Most individuals use the singular they as their primary pronoun. However, some individuals identify as he or she.
Okay, Taliesin?
You know you were recently were in the shop of lost dreams, and when you think of it, you recall warm, rich colors and soft light.
Elisa?
Your memory of the last week is fractured and blurry, but feel as though you belong here.
Okay, so now we're going to start the game. Is everyone ready?
Whew, I think so. I hope so.
Feather in my throat, one moment.
Taliesin, you ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Sweet. All right. You awaken hazily. Your head is swimming and you feel like you are floating. The bottom half of you is warm and comfortable. There is a faint orange glow which illuminates dimly the outline of the other figures with you inside the bathtub. The water is the temperature of indirect sunlight, and there are a few pieces of red floating crystal on the surface. There is a hatch door on the western wall. Voila! As a gleam, your tentacles float gently on the surface of the water. Your reliquary glows steadily, bathing the room in a warm orange light. You feel perfectly at home.
Ooh, this is so nice.
Did everyone get to see the picture of what Walala looks like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. Vinko, the water washes comfortingly around your scarlet crystalline form. It calms you, sending your mind back to when your body was young and flexible. Relaxation is not a familiar feeling to you.
It is not.
Zeke, while the water is relaxing and the temperature is perfect, the feeling of your wet fur is not one you particularly enjoy. While this feline body is comfortable, you can't help but think about how relaxing this would be in your former slug-like form. So this picture isn't entirely accurate because this character is not wearing these clothes, they just have fur, so you can infer what they would actually look like. What would you like to do?
Look around.
Okay, would you like to
Stay
get out
my
of the...
surroundings.
Okay, so do you see where your token is on the map there?
I will, I imagine, in a moment when I click away from my character sheet.
Wonderful. So,
Are there towels or anything? Is there anything to just, I feel
yeah,
sick.
of course. In looking around for towels, you stumble upon something. You notice 3 hollow glass spheres about the size of apples, with a small hole in each. 3 metal straws also lay nearby. Looking at these objects stirs a faint but unclear memory. But you do find some towels.
I'm
Do you want to
going,
try to give them to the others?
if anyone seems like they're getting out, yeah.
I will take a towel. I'm not really sure what we're doing here, and I'm not really sure if I know you guys well enough to be sharing a bathtub.
I mean, we were, I was, yeah, who are you people?
I am not moving. I am scanning my surroundings for hostiles.
You notice that you must have been in this bath for a little while because normally pieces of you don't just come off like this. I mean, sometimes...
Am I flaking?
Yeah, you're flaking.
Oh, how embarrassing.
You can hardly tell, but Walala is glowing a little bit, the crystal, the reliquary in their head makes the crystals kind of sparkle on the surface.
Right, and immediately identify them as a glean. I know what that is, but what am I doing in a bathtub with one?
That is a very good question. And although this tub feels very comfortable, and I don't really sense much danger from you two, it is a little strange.
I'm going to hold up one of the little globes with the straw and show it off.
What?
Do you just hold up the straw, or so you hold up also the straw?
Yeah.
So Vinko, you when you see the straw,
Yeah,
you recognize
seems faintly familiar to me somehow.
it does indeed.
Yes.
You remember your shipment.
Right, I was making a delivery, wasn't I? Of straws, of callous straws? Is that it? I think so, but that still does not explain the water or you two. Where am I? Identify yourselves, please.
Well,
Zeke.
Zeke. And your rank? Or
Frank.
squadron, anything.
Semi-independent contractor, no longer independent, currently working on perhaps a day job. I just work here. I don't know. I'm not here. I'm an independent contractor.
Understood. And you? The floaty glean?
do we know do I recognize this room?
You recognize this room. Yes, you have been here before.
Okay, so is this like part of where I work or part of where I live? Okay,
Actually, both of those things. This is part of both where you work and where you live.
perfect. I'm Walala, and this is you guys are in my home and place of work. This is well, not really my business, but it's my family's business, and I help take care of things around here. So I'd like to know what you're doing in my tub.
That makes two of us, presumably three.
Actually. I don't like that. I'm going to do a little cat scan around the room, see what else is in here, if anything looks odd.
Not a lot. There's a hatch on the wall, and there's some like plumbing on the side that looks like it heats the bath. But that's all.
Uh,
How does a glean drink from a straw?
So you have a mysterious mouth in an unknown location.
Okay.
Really good question, though.
The straw is an obvious clue. I do recall making a delivery of these precious calla straws. But to where? Where was I making the delivery to, and to whom?
I
Why?
don't remember anything before I got. Forget it. I'm going to walk over to the hatch.
Okay,
And
you can open the hatch. Would
throw
you
it
like
open. Yeah, I'm throwing it open. And then I'm going to back off immediately.
Okay. So the room that you peer into is filled with soft golden light and is carpeted with an interesting repeating motif.
Does this seem familiar at all?
I don't know. I love this music.
I feel like I've heard this music somewhere before now. All right, I'm going for it. And I'm going to run out and try and duck behind the couch to see if anything happens.
Okay. Yeah. You want to try to move your token?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, please.
While he's doing this, we'll just say, what a weirdo. There's nothing out there. I'm out there all the time.
All right.
And I'll just kind of stroll or float or whatever I do out into the same room.
Yeah, I think I imagine that you float about half a foot above the ground. And Walala specifically has a special ability called vertical movement. So you can also float on the walls if you want. Anyway, would you like to know what you all see when you're in the room?
Yes, please.
Okay. You notice mirrors lining the side walls, and you see yourselves reflected along them. On the far wall, there's a clothing rack supporting many different outfits, and next to it is a couch with 3 bags on it. There's a door to the north, which is closed fast with a keypad next to it, and another door to the east, which is among the line of mirrors. Faint electronic music and low-key synthwave drift through the southern wall. On a wall, you see a poster of a fabulous swarm of bugs, fit into a luxurious kimono and draped in jewelry. The bottom of the poster says in fancy lettering, "Always look your best."
Oh, that's my idol, That's DJ Buzzworthy. He's the best. I told you I love this song.
Being far less impulsive, I imagine, than my companions here, I will follow along a while after they have already entered the space.
Okay.
Walala, is it? Is it Walala?
It is Walala.
Do you recognize any of these bags?
I
do.
don't know.
Let me show you your bag. So your bag is the one that's the furthest down, and I can show you what it looks like. It's a cute little bag. This is what yours look like. Bing. It's
Oh,
sparkly
that
and
is
has-
cute.
Yeah.
What has your name?
It says it has a Walala written on the side in a nice golden thread.
So I'll respond, why, yes, that's my bag right there. And I can only assume the other 2 might be your bag since there are 3 of us and 3 bags. And that means 1 per person. And I'll just walk and grab my bag, making sure everything is still there.
Yeah, so
Very
everything you
slowly.
see on your character sheet is on in the bag, basically. So you have a lot of things. I think the most noteworthy is like your kitchen supplies, and also you have a video game, and I think a laser gun. So you can take a look on your character sheet to see what's there. But I'm gonna delete this token for your bag because you've picked it up.
Sounds great.
Okay, and I can describe the other bags. Zeke, are you looking at them?
I'm looking at my bag.
Yeah, yours is an inoffensive light yellow with Zeke embroidered on the side in clear letters.
Nice. I'm going through it and grabbing everything.
Yeah. You have what is on your character sheet. And so Vinko, do you also follow into this room, or are you gonna keep chilling in the bath?
No, I will accompany the others at a moderate pace, but I am also curious to see whether my belongings are somewhere to be found in the vicinity.
Would you like to try moving your token out of this room?
I would. I am trying to move my character sheet out of the way and failing apparently, which is weird. So it is covering currently the actual map somehow.
Okay.
I'm trying to solve
Well,
that,
how about
but I will move it once I solve that.
okay. How about I'll move you in for now?
Yep. Thank you.
And then you let us know when that gets resolved, and you can move your own character sheet around.
Perfect.
Otherwise, I will describe your bag if you'd like.
Please.
Okay. This one is Zeke's, so everyone can see it. I didn't show the token before. But then Vinko's bag is there is a 3rd green utilitarian canvas bag without any decoration.
Functional, yes. As
It
we
is
like
quite
it.
functional. It looks like this.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely mine. Easy to identify.
Yeah, there are a lot of weapons inside. And
As expected.
Yeah, this is what you expected. So, what do you all do once you've picked up your bags?
Am I still just wearing a towel?
Yes, but you find something special in your bag.
I do. What do I?
Yes. You find a cape, 2 bracers, a golden silk rope, and an androgynous smock.
Those. Okay, I'll start to put on proper clothing.
So Walala, Vinko, do you look around at the decadent clothing that's on the racks there?
I will take a look. Do I ever wear clothing?
Only if you want to. You have absolutely it's really just your preference. But I can tell you what you find if you want.
I would love to see what I'll find. So I go over to the rack, and Are these my clothes or just clothes that are here in my shop?
So some of them are definitely yours, but not all of them because it looks like there's enough clothing for like every different type of species. You find a paisley vest with swirls and spirals. You find a black cloak with bones embroidered on the hems, a top hat decorated with mysterious symbols, and several different cloaks of light sheer chiffon.
Fancy.
It's fancy, actually. Is there anything else that you find that you want to wear? What kind of decadent costume do you look for?
I would like to wear, I don't know, I'll grab one of the cloaks. Is there anything about the cloaks aside from just being clothing that is special?
I mean, they're sparkly.
I do like sparkly things. I will grab those and a pair of glasses because I feel self-conscious around these people about my 6 eyes.
Awesome.
Not to mention my, my tentacles and everything, but to fit more in with, these people walking around, I feel like, just wearing a pair of glasses will make me feel a little bit better around them.
Awesome.
I am intensely curious to know how a Glean would wear a vest. How many tentacles would go out the holes?
That's a good question.
Relax.
All right. So Vinko, Zeke, do either of you pick up anything that's on the racks? Are you contented to wear what you have?
Is there anything that looks like a simple combat vest or something of that sort? With utility pockets.
So you find a kilt, and the kilt has a ton of pockets?
Perfect.
Yeah, what color is it?
Probably green as well. A simple green.
Okay, it has more pockets than you know what to do with, and inside one of them is a little container of glitter.
Glitter?
Yes,
Put that aside for someone else to use at some point, because glitter and such decorations are definitely an indulgence to which I am unaccustomed.
I understand such things. Indeed. And what about Zeke?
You said something about there was a black cloak, if I recall. There was a
Yeah. The one with bone on the hem?
I'm gonna grab that, throw that on top of everything. Try and keep a low profile.
Excellent. Your edginess increases by like at least 20%. And then you hear some like pots and pans in the kitchen. You hear the pots and pans somewhere next door.
Ooh, that must be the kitchen.
I'm gonna hide just in case someone's coming in.
I will orient myself towards the unknown sounds that I'm hearing, and just in case, keep a hand on my bag containing all of my weapons in case there is a sudden attack or an ambush of some sort.
And I will giggle at the two of them and stroll confidently into the kitchen.
Wonderful. Okay, so I will open that door for you. And inside, the kitchen is lined with cabinets, counters, and a stove. Upon entering, you smell rich spices and see that a large, deep blue beetle person is using 2 hands to shape several balls of dough, and another pair of hands to mix a bowl with a spoon. This is what he looks like.
Do I remember him?
Yes, you do. But it's kind of fuzzy right now, but you think that he's probably Silo, and you think he's a friend.
Hello, Silo.
Oh, la la la. Could you make those many arms of yours useful and roll these into balls? We want to get these dumplings ready before opening up the parlor.
Of course, I'm happy to help, and I love to cook, but I have a quick question. There are 2 strangers in the other room, and I was wondering if you knew who they were.
Yeah, Vinko, Zeke. Vinko, could you use those working fists to crush these peppers? My hands aren't up to this, and the parlor's going to open soon. Zeke, do you know some tricks of the trade with cutting up these vegetables?
Yes, but how the parlor's opening up? I'm a little foggy. Why is the parlor opening up?
Oh, well, we are going to have some customers come in soon. Did the doctor take all of your memories so that you couldn't remember anything?
Memories.
Who? What now?
I think my immediate reaction upon seeing Silo is to go, oh no, and step in front of Walala if I can to go, hold on, potential hostile. But also, it seems familiar, this person somehow. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Oh, well, I can answer a few questions if you want, but perhaps you could help while we talk about this, while I catch you up. So
I'm
Sure.
rolling dough balls as if
Okay.
it was second nature.
I will
Awesome.
roll down to a chopping block.
yeah, so this is going to be your first roll in Burn Bryte. So let's look at our character sheets. This is going to be a complexity 2 skill roll, and you can choose like with what task you choose. You can choose what skill you roll. So, Walala, what would you like to roll in order to make those balls?
I will use. This is so interesting. What I would
Oh.
use. I would say it is. Oh, so I have a question, mechanics wise. So, I would think that out of my 18 choices here, the best for cooking would be perform. But I know that my character is an excellent cook, or loves to cook at least. I don't
Yeah.
know how good they are at cooking, but they definitely love to cook. So would that be a poor choice since my perform is not stellar?
Well, it's certainly an option. I mean, you might be very knowledgeable in cooking, but I don't know if you like perform is definitely an option. But are you thinking that Walala often cooks with lots of people watching, or cooks for everyone to make them happy?
Probably cooks to make people happy. So
Okay.
would that be empathy? No.
Yeah, that would be an option.
Okay, I will use empathy to roll. What is
Okay.
my complexity level?
Your complexity is 2.
Oh, maybe I should have used the perform because this is easy. But here I go. I'm going to do it.
Okay, tentacles crossed.
All right, I've clicked the thing. It's help me out because I've clicked 2.
And then underneath, you got to hit roll.
I am not seeing something that says roll. Maybe my box is. Oh, it was not opened big enough. There we go.
Yay!
Hey.
Okay, so Walala moves their tentacles around expertly, making the balls in a nice row, and it looks like they're perfect. Who else would like to
Dumpling.
contribute to making the dumplings?
I'll try and chop some vegetables.
Are you cool? How are you going to do that?
I'm going to use I'm going to pick up a knife and use my melee powers to just try and like chop up finely and with great skill.
Perfect.
All right. Complexity.
Your complexity is also 2.
All right. Just have to. There we go. And hey.
Yes, awesome. So it seems like you after all did know how to use the knife, and voila, those balls are perfect. I'm going to go ahead so Vinko, do you want to help with the last part?
I am disinclined to take my hands off of my bag of weapons that I'm still carrying around over my shoulder, but certainly if you require assistance, I can help.
All we have to do is put the filling into the balls, and then we are going to put them into the steamer.
All right. Seems to require an amount of dexterity that I'm not normally possessed of, but I will give it a try. What would that be?
It's up to you. Complexity.
Complexity 2. I don't suppose that my raw physical strength is going to avail me greatly in this endeavor, so I will attempt instead, I think, my athletics.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, and a complexity 2?
Yep.
Let's try it.
Yes.
Surprise.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. So Silo turns to you all and he gives a very like enthusiastic nod, and you see his mustache kind of like curl up a little bit more. Oh, thank you so much for helping me out with that. I appreciate it very much. I wish that I could stick around and chat, but I have got to go prep the parlor. I think the boss is waiting for you. But here, first, he turns around and you see his like beetle carapace, and then he grabs a plate with his bottom hands and he holds it out to you all. It looks like Zeke is behind him, so he's holding it to Walala and also to Vinko. Here, you can have these. And it seems like there are small, round, pink fruits. Here, you can have these lychees.
Thank you.
Yes, do you need me to tell you how to get to the shop front? I can if you want.
That would be appreciated.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, head through there and stick to the wall on your left. He's saying this and he's gesturing to a door on the south wall. So he goes out, like you see him like he walks in front of Zeke, and then he does a little like curtsy, and then he does a sidestep and goes around Zeke, and then he goes out this door, which is to the south, and I'm going to delete the door so you all can see through it. Ding! There you go. You can see through into the parlor now. And then he's going to step back here behind the bar. Looks like Walala's going along too. And then when he gets in here, you just see him flick a switch, and like a sign turns on. So do Vinko and Zeke also leave the kitchen?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
Even more slowly, probably.
Are you having any trouble moving your token, or did you get it?
I got it.
Cool. All right.
Now I'm waiting for Zeke to move out of my way. So I'm staying behind. Oh, there we go.
Nice. All right, so right now you're behind the bar, and you pass from the clear light of the kitchen into the bar area of a dimly lit lounge. It seems as though Silo hasn't yet turned on all of the lights. Thin columns of light are coming through the edges of a doorway on the north wall, illuminating velvet cushions and comfortable chairs. He gestures for you to follow the wall on your left towards a doorway, and then pass through a bar flap. I'm pinging where the bar flap is because it's next to where Walala's standing. Here. There you go. Yeah, you can just go through there. And he gestures to this door here.
Oh, on the other side. Okay.
Yeah. So Walala, this place seems pretty familiar to you.
What's on
You've
the
had
table?
a lot of. What's on this table?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like there are some like places where people can sit down. There are like, normally this would be a place where people could relax. So there's table setting, like maybe for someone to eat those dumplings later.
And so he told us to go out through this north door.
That's right, up through the north door.
All
So
right.
it's a nice set of doors. It's like double doors. Would you like to open them, Walala, with your tentacles?
I shall. As best as I
Little one, are you certain it is safe? Perhaps you should stay behind and I will clear the area ahead of you.
Oh, I grew up here, darling. This is totally fine.
So this is familiar territory to you then. All right.
yes.
Well,
This
go ahead.
Is our spot.
I shall cover you then.
Okay, but I don't think I need that much protection here.
We'll see.
So I'll open the doors
Nice.
and just
Okay.
stroll through. Or float through. My float is confident because I feel safe, even though I don't really remember things. I feel very safe here. I basically know this place.
Okay. The interior that you see before you is bathed in fabrics of deeply saturated hues. There are exquisitely patterned carpets everywhere. And one moment, I'm going to change the music to a little bit more tone. Okay. Okay. All right. So there are exquisitely patterned carpets everywhere, as well as curtains which seem to drape over furniture and obscure the ceiling. The room is lit by bronze lanterns of ornate metal. The walls are lined with wooden shelves in neat, labeled glass spheres on them with colorful, swirling clouds inside. I have one. You can see it.
Oh, curious.
This doesn't have a cloud inside it, so you have to just imagine that part.
Very cool.
You want to go further inside?
Join me. Don't be scared.
I'm going to follow immediately behind the little floating glean to cover
Are
them.
you getting like a slightly protective vibe?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
scoot around and start looking at what's on the shelves, getting a sense of this place.
Nice. So while you're looking on the shelf, you notice something. You notice a locked cabinet of glass spheres. Because that's exactly the one you're looking at right there. The one that's just east of the door.
How locked?
Ooh. Well, it looks like it requires a key.
All right. Just gonna-
But you can, if you intend to identify how locked it is, you can see about that at some point. But immediately to your left, under a canopy of red velvet, there's a luxuriously dressed jellyfish-like individual with huge glowing feathers. Her back
Another
is-
one.
Yeah. Actually, another one. And from your angle, Vinko, it's like the same color as Walala.
Curious.
Yeah. Her back is turned to you, and she is using her many tentacles to inspect a large pile of glass spheres. I'm going to show you all a picture.
Ooh.
Hmm. Is this glean larger than the other one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right.
And do I recognize them?
Yeah. This is Madka.
Okay, and I remember Matka.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Matka! It is so good to see you.
Ah, wala la la la. Why, hello there. Ah, Vinko. And is that Zeke in the corner? She notices.
Are we acquainted?
Yes, indeed. And how are my most dear memory seekers doing today?
Ah,
We seem to have lost our memories, you see.
Ah, not lost them at all. I can show you. They're right over here on this shelf.
Okay.
I'm
See her
gonna run
move
over to that shelf.
here and gesture to this shelf. Yes. Here are your memories. We just harvested them last night.
Harvested. Please explain.
Oh, yes, of course. Sometimes this happens. So, would you like to have a seat on some of these pillows?
All right.
So, her voice kind of comes down a little as she gets conspiratorial. Some people just aren't cut out for the anxiety of knowing that the galaxy will be gone in just over 100 years. So, she looks at Walala, offer them an alternative. We pluck out their bad memories so they can live a happier life. But we also let people buy and sell good memories as a little bit of side business. Every one of these spheres is someone's precious memory, which we can use to make someone's life all the lovelier. That's where you three come in. Clients sometimes come to me with requests, you see. Requests for some rare memory they can't possibly acquire on their own. You three darlings make those memories for them, and we slurp them out of you, and everyone gets what they need.
Oh,
So, what happened this week exactly?
Oh, well, if you must know, you went out to a far away galaxy called where it was home to many necromancers, and we had you observe one of their rituals and come back. That's why this one has a black cloud inside. And she does like this.
Huh.
But luckily, you all made it back here in one piece. So, would you like to hear about a new offering we just received? And she, like, gives Walala a little bit of head pet on the feathers.
I suppose more information will be useful at this point. An assignment.
What was that?
Is this an assignment? Is this
Well, it's an option if you so desire. Someone is in the market for a very special experience, and since you are my most precious recruits, it would be just splendid if you wanted to help out with this one. In fact, the client is due to arrive soon.
well, maybe we have the details?
While you were resting, a very famous producer, a very dashing crystal individual contacted us. They work for an up-and-coming performer who desperately wants the chance to play on a forbidden planet. Of course, they don't want to put themselves at risk to make it happen. They're far too famous. That's where you come in, my darlings. They've offered us a hefty sum, but they've been light on the details so far.
Right. So what you wish for us to do is to assist this client in obtaining the memory of something to do with a forbidden planet, which you will then extract, harvest from us, and deliver to them. Is this correct?
Yes, and we are so lucky that Zeke might be able to be on board. I've heard that you're wonderful with discussions of the not so reputable sort.
Fair. What's a fair estimation? Huh.
But-
Well,
Matka, you said that this might be dangerous, and you want to send me?
Why, yes, Walala, we can't keep you locked up in the shop forever. You've got to have some experiences.
Well, I guess I do need to have some experiences, but if you take those experiences from me, am I really having them?
Well, I'm sure we'll find a memory here. It will be equal. We'll trade you. If you do this, then we'll give you some memories at the end.
Well, that seems fair.
She gives you like a tentacle hug, which like kind of only you understand because it's like some
Very involved.
yes, very involved. Like this sort of like braiding tentacles.
Okay, if you
I
say
think-
so.
She's attempting to show some sort of comfort.
I wouldn't say no to some sort of quid pro quo trade for some memories either. If that discussion can be had later.
Yes, indeed. Why don't you go talk to them about it? They were a bit guarded before, but maybe you can help them discuss the heist. Sweet talk them or get straight to business. See if you can work your charm and get the whole thing set in stone.
I have one question before we leave.
Yes, of course. Anything. And what would you like to know, Vinko?
Right. The one thing I do remember clearly is making a delivery of Calistros. Does this make sense to you at all?
Why, yes, of course. You were here just a week ago. And I think most of them are with Silo at the bar now. And you hear a ding, 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 like when someone walks through a door in a store, a candy store.
What is the purpose of these?
Oh, well, we need them. Otherwise, we cannot use our memories.
I see. Calla seems an extravagant material for straws.
Ah, yes. But an extravagance such as memories is worth any cost. And then you see two people walk in.
I'm gonna turn
one
on
of
my
them-
video recorder.
Yeah, you turn on your video recorder. Okay. So there's a little light that goes on. So it can be, it's obvious that you're recording. I just want to let you know.
Okay, then I won't turn it on yet. Damn.
Would you like to try to put some of your hair in front of that, if you would
Okay,
like?
yeah. I'll try and hide it.
Okay.
Do
The complexity is 3 to hide it.
Ooh, okay. All right. It's fun. All right. Complexity is 3. I'm going to try and use suave.
Perfect. Yeah, you can do that.
All right. And yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So it is not immediately obvious that your camera is on. Mistress Sayla says, "Ah, there they are now," and then waves a tentacle. Yes.
Excellent.
Corda Zvisi, these are the operatives I was talking to you about. Perhaps they'll meet you in the parlor. And then you just notice, okay, this is the person that you see.
Ooh.
You see that they're fanning themselves with a fan.
Right.
And
This
they
is one
look-
of my species, is it?
It is one of your species.
Hmm.
Uran.
Yes, an Ulron. Yes, good. And then also, it seems like someone is come along to protect them, or maybe is their friend. It's this Peacecraft. And this Peacecraft is like very tall, like 10 feet tall.
All right.
It has these, it's a black Peacecraft with some cool rose patterns.
Right.
And they walk quietly through, and they go into the parlor, and you hear the 2 doors kind of like close behind them. And then you see the mistress has kind of an enthusiastic look in her eye.
Well, I'd like to look at the others then.
Yep.
And see if we should follow them and conduct this interview, I guess.
Know about you two, but I figure go with the flow if this is where the flow is going.
Well, since we have no memories and we need some memories, if we can get some memories by doing this and giving them our new memories, then we'll get new memories, and then we'll have memories.
Can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think the Glean's got an idea.
I think this seems logical.
Well, there is nothing in my brain right now, so I'd like to put something there.
All right. So do you head back into the lounge?
Yes, and I think once we enter, I will stay near Zeke because my glowing green eyes will make it less obvious that his camera is recording.
Awesome. All right. So now fully, oh wait, ding, shift click. Okay, now fully illuminated by a series of spherical sconces, you can see that the Sonder parlor is a spacious, relaxing room with many nooks and crannies that you could tuck yourself into. Every surface that you could sit down on is plush and cozy, and tinted sections are practically begging for you to come and get comfortable. Electronic music plays in the background, and Silo is preparing the bar to your right, which is well stocked with shining bottles in a variety of interesting colors and shapes. Corda Zavisi has settled into a nest of cushions in one of the corners, their angular form sinking deep into the velvet cushions. They eye you from the corner and beckon you over, having ordered their Peacecraft to fetch them a cocktail. The Peacecraft looms over the bar, and Silo is flair bartending.
I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Okay, just a minute, because I think I had some nice music for this. Okay,
Attack.
It was playing. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna go over. You're gonna go over to the bar. You can move your token right over there.
I'll have a.
Well, wait a minute. We have 3 specialty cocktails. We can put them on the tab. You are our guests. You can have a Carmetrine Dream, Bloom Light, or a brown coat.
I'll have my usual.
Ah, yes, of course. Yes. And so Okay, so Silo masterfully flips a tall blue bottle and then rolls it along 2 forearms, catching it in the crook of an elbow and splashing it just a bit into the glass. Their other hand comes from behind their back, spinning a metallic lighter. Sparks burst forth, and the drink erupts in purple flame. With a smirk on their face, they finish the drink with an ice cube, smothering the flame before handing the drink over the bar. And the drink is split into 2 cups that they give one to this Peacecraft, who looks over at you and gives an approving nod, and they give you the other drink. Here, there you go, on the house.
Binko, you want anything?
I'm not certain whether intoxicants are an extravagance to which I'm accustomed. Yes, I have just decided that I will have my usual. I look towards the bartender questioningly, which is hard to see from an Olren face, but the inflection should give it away.
Okay, you see him kind of like move his mustache from side to side, give you a little bit of a wink, and then go over here and grab some liquid that is honey colored, and he twirls the bottle around one of his fingers and then pours it into the cup and then passes it to you. Whoa.
Right. Well, I'll try it.
It is space apple juice.
Perfect. Sweet, I like it.
Made from the finest space apples.
Yes, so you have seen the Peacecraft go to this Corda person, and they are sitting down here.
I'm going to wait for Walala. I wanna see what they're gonna do.
I will also have my usual, just because I want to see something else that you can do, Silo.
Silo looks proud over at you and turns around and grabs 3 drinks. One that's red, one that's like solid white, and one that just is filled with like bubbles. And you see him like juggle them. He juggles the bottles and then pours one at a time, and then the second, and then the third. And then when he's done, the drink is like bubbling over, like kind of like cotton candy. And he puts it in front of you, and then he puts it's like a cherry, but it's also Saturn, and it's very sparkly. It's like a strange fruit, and gives it to you.
And I will just dip my tentacle into it because I don't know where my mouth is, and say, yummy.
Yes. We invented Space Shirley Temple around the time that you were 3 months.
It's delicious.
He looks pleased with himself.
So I will join the rest.
Oh, are you going to be the first person to approach the client? Oh no, you guys are hiding over there making some sort of plan.
Well, I think I will start making my way over to them once I have taken my space apple juice.
Yeah, okay. You have your space apple juice.
Excellent.
I feel like I'm going to follow Zeke's lead here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since I respect Matka, and they said to Zeke, hey, you should talk to them. So
Okay, I guess I'm taking the lead then. Oh boy.
you can do it. I don't know what we're doing, but we will do it.
All right,
You see the Peacecraft just raise their hand up and say, yes, who goes there?
This is Zeke Astana. These are our associates here, Walala and Vinko. We've been told that you have some very specific job that you need taken care of.
We need to analyze you for any sort of weapons or recording devices. Are there any on your person?
Hold on. I'm going to go through my bag and hold up the laser gun and put it back in my bag. I'm going to go over my pockets, check everything. damn it. Do I go for it?
You will leave your weapons on those pillows.
I put my weapons on the pillows.
Okay.
I seem very hesitant to let go of my portable armory that I'm lugging around still. But I will put it not further than 2 arms reach from me on the couch.
Yeah, you can. You can put. There are lots of pillows around, so you can really just pick whichever ones are.
Right, they did not specify, so I shall put them where I can easily reach them if necessary. Zipper undone.
I will also put my bag down. I am very trusting, especially if, Matka said we're supposed to talk to these people and make a deal. I don't feel like I need a weapon or anything else.
So,
I have to apologize. We're a little baffled. We just got finished apparently with another job. It's hard to it makes everybody a little dopey at first.
So while Vinko puts the bag down, because the bag is being put down right next to Corda, Corda says to Vinko, "Oi, well, you're diamond in the rough now, ain't you?" And then kind of fans themselves.
This individual seems very different from the Allrens that I'm accustomed to, having spent my entire life in the Armada, only recently making my way outside of my home planet or my home world. But I try to give them a smile.
Ooh, yeah. All right, Techno Rose. You fine with him yet? You think I can talk to him? And Techno Rose does like a scan. Okay. Is Zeke going to turn the camera off?
Are they about to do a scan?
They might be. The complexity would be 3.
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay, roll complexity 3 to continuously record.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do deceive.
Yeah,
Complexity 3.
that's right. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. How do you deceive them into thinking that you are not on or not using them using a camera?
I'm just going to again just adjust. I've already been hiding the light is kind of already covered, so I'm just going to sit in a way that I know that the light is not showing up, and just keep it kind of covered and sit in the shadow in a way that it's not really registering.
So Techno Rose turns and says, "Affirmative." All right then. So, yeah, you can sit with us if you want. Here, sit on the ground. We've got some tea. Well, seems you're already drinking. It's fine. So, do you all sit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know if I do sit. I will gently float lower to the ground.
Nice. Okay, you're right next to the Peacecraft, which is towering over you.
Oh, hello.
Greetings. So, alrighty. So Mistress Sailor sent you, did she?
Affirmative.
Yeah, all right. So guess we can give you a bit of a rundown if you want. She kind of gives a little smile over to Vinko. Yeah, we're looking for someone pretty brave to do a bit of a space heist. You the right people to talk to about something like that. Something that ain't entirely, above the table, if you know what I mean.
I think we shall require a bit more detail than that, but I'm to understand some of the best in this line of work. Yes.
Yeah, you're the best.
Yes.
Yeah, they look genuinely surprised that you're the best.
That was the impression that I got from the mistress, and so I will go with it and assume
Ow.
that that is the truth.
I am also genuinely surprised that I am the best.
I'm not really, but okay.
Yeah, all right. So I'm a producer. I'm a music producer, and I got a client. And my client, well, they're the best up and coming DJ that the Aluxus Galaxy has ever had.
I don't know. I know who the best DJ is, and to say that anybody is better would be pretty far-fetched in my opinion.
Yeah, go ahead, Techno Rose, play it. And then you hear, actually, while you might mention this, you hear DJ Buzzworthy's music coming from the speaker. I just changed it.
Oh, wait. This is what? No. What? This is DJ Buzzworthy.
Yeah, DJ Buzzworthy. We want to have a party. We want to have a party on Penland 5. And we want to, well, it's not entirely legal now. And then Corda like leans in and looks very serious with their eyes that are behind these crystals. They even take their fan and kind of put it real close to their face. Yeah, it used to be a real happening space, but since the Overguild, they took control of it so the people would stop fighting. Well, since then they forgot to party. They look almost disappointed or offended that they forgot how to party.
So you're telling me that we would then be going and having a party as if we were DJ Buzzworthy, and DJ Buzzworthy would be getting our memories?
Well, something like that, Sheila. What we want is we want to buy the memory of a heist. We want you to go and to hack into their systems, and we want you to put our ship on the list of ones that should be allowed. And then we want to come and we want to have the party. And then the next day, we're going to buy the memory of the heist.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to find some way to get back past the Overguild's defenses and get our ship, the Crystal Darling, cleared to land on Penland 5.
So you want the memory of the heist, not the memory of the party. But do we get to go to the party?
Yeah, you can go to the party. I'll even introduce you to my client.
And she just kind of falls backwards.
Trying to imagine something that floats falling back. Okay, yeah,
It,
no, all right.
tentacles everywhere, like DJ Buzzworthy. I mean, I have DJ Buzzworthy's poster on my wall, right in that other room. And one tentacle will like point behind.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, clearly this one's got the right idea. How about the both of yous? You on board?
On board, you say? Well, if there is one thing I know how to do, it is to pilot a spacecraft. So I imagine I can at least get us there. So.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we promise we'll pay you handsomely.
Oh.
And then when she says handsomely, when they say handsomely, they look let's look over at Vinko. Just cause, no reason.
Seems suspicious. What do I deduce from that?
You can roll empathy if you want.
Yes, I do want.
Okay, difficulty is 2.
Complexity 2. Empathy. That is definitely my strong suit.
Oh,
As it turns out.
you think that they're probably thirsty, and they're looking at you because they think you're cute.
Oh. Well. Not used to that at all.
Yeah, so we golden then. You want to go tell your mistress I've accepted your offer, and I'm gonna have you you 3 swashbucklers go and do the heist, eh?
Do they seem like they're on the up and up? They're not holding anything back about this?
You can roll empathy. Difficulty.
Would it be empathy or perception?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what to roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the difficulty is 3.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Great.
Difficulty 3.
Yep.
Hold on. There we are. Difficulty 3. Boo.
You think they aren't holding back anything at all. In fact, this task is going to be even easier than you thought.
We're in.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you go tell the mistress then. Thank you. Looking forward to hi, Vinko, was it? I'll save you a dance.
Oh, yes, I'm Vinko Sadashibatsa. I will gladly accept.
Oh, you see the producer like playing with their fan faster than they were before.
Fantastic. Well, it seems like we have an accord. Maybe we should not delay further.
Right,
Yeah,
let's
roll
pick up the specifics, and then we'll get on our way.
Alrighty, see you on Panlin 5 then.
Yes. I
And
should
then
pick up my bag.
Say, good luck. May the force be with you.
Don't need that. Never heard of it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go talk to Matka, as
Yep.
I like to call her.
Once I'm far enough away, I'm going to turn off my camera. Worth it.
Totally.
All right. So as soon as you all come in, you see her close a cabinet and then walk to you. Oh, darlings, how was it?
It was fine.
And did it go well? Where are you going?
Hanlon 5.
Hanlon 5?
Wonderful, wonderful. So, here, Walala, you take this key card. And then she gives Walala a key card.
Okay.
So, the doctor would like to see you before you go. I believe that he's got a little bit more information for you. You can use this key card to take the shortcut through the extraction room, but you shouldn't linger there for too long. Dr. Kashi is quite protective of his equipment.
Okay, then we'll go. Maybe you think they could give us some of our memories back?
Oh, I'm certain.
Okay. Do I remember which way it is? Is it up?
Yeah, it's to the north. It's like she's gesturing with her tentacle. Also, Zeke, what are you doing?
I was just looking around the room to see if I could figure out how these cabinets are organized, who's where.
Yeah, totally. If you would like to, you notice that all of them are labeled with a code.
Ooh,
Ooh.
kind of code.
Well, it seems like they all have a letter, a number, and a symbol. And it's not easy to discern, but like each of them are actually labeled. And in each of them, you can see a kind of like little scene. And the only one that's the locked cabinet is the one that's in the corner.
Okay, I'm just going to look through and like, do I recognize any of these? Does any of this make sense?
If you would like to roll something complexity 2, I can possibly give you. Well, no, it's complexity 3 to get more information about this, just from using your eyes and brain.
Ooh, I suppose I'm going to use knowledge is probably the way to go. This is going to suck. Complexity 3.
Yep. Also, please be aware when you're rolling dice, you think that these are probably just juggling equipment. Or baubles. I mean, they might be memories, but that seems unlikely.
Well, didn't Matka just show us the ball that looked kind of like this and she said that they were memories inside?
Yeah, but Zeke's a little bit confused. Zeke thought that they were very knowledgeable, that they like had some information because they're part of a crime family that should be very informed.
But no.
But no.
According to my role, no.
Yep. All right. Walla, would you like to try to use the key card? Or Vinko,
Will,
maybe?
but first, I assume I noticed Zeke inspecting the cabinet and looking a little shifty. And even though I know he's not dangerous, I do feel like maybe I don't really remember my other interactions with Zeke. So I'll just say, Zeke, that's not what we're supposed to be looking at right now, and I want you to keep your hands where I can see them.
Just filling in the cracks, that's all.
Okay, Vinko, you too. Eyes
Yes.
forward, follow me.
Yes.
Done.
I'm very used to taking orders, so I will immediately be very eyes forward and focused on the task at hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
no looking back at that producer. I saw them making eyes at you.
Oh,
Walla, it's the door to the left,
Ooh.
near where Mistress Sayla is.
Oh, I'm going the
Oh.
wrong way. Oh,
Are
I
you
see it.
Walla lost?
I thought you were familiar with this
la, la,
space.
Walla lost. Okay. You want to open this?
Yes, please.
Cool. All right. So this room is a little bit different than the other rooms.
Hmm.
Okay. While every room so far has seemed designed to encourage relaxation and comfort, this room's stark white light and hard sanitary floors give an impression of almost paralyzing sterility. It smells vaguely of cleaning chemicals. The two chairs in this room are strange recliners outfitted with silver restraining bars, and they have added odd horizontal headrests. You see a door on the far side with a keypad. You have a brief impression you've been here before, but it is not a comforting feeling. Do you pass through quickly to the other door? Or
Nobody else is in the room?
nobody is in this room right now, but they said you, Matka told you to go to the briefing room.
Right. So I'll pass through quickly because Matka said don't touch anything and just go.
Yeah, she said something about the doctor not liking when you mess with his equipment.
Is there anything in the cabinets or lying around?
Yes, there is. Would you like to take a look at the papers that are on the cabinets?
Yeah.
Okay. Complexity 3 skill check.
Complexity 3 skill check. I'll do perception again, just because I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable.
Nice. Also, be keeping mark of which ones you use, even if you fail.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Maybe I said already. All right. All right. Ooh, okay, you were successful. Buried among papers on the counter next to the sink, there is an unusual diagram that catches your eye. It depicts a small gun-like object styled to look like a hummingbird. The diagram is labeled memory extraction tool.
I'm going to hit record and just quickly flip through it.
Okay.
I don't see anything that resembles that in here, do I?
No, it looks way more portable than this room.
Okay.
Like, you think that this would be something that someone could take with them as opposed to, like, it's just the diagram, right? It's just the blueprint, but yeah. All right, so Walala, you opened the keypad?
I do. I assume it's this door right here.
That's right. The door.
Yeah, so boop, 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 boop.
Right, the sounds worked. The doors opened to a clean and professional room with a large silver table surrounded by high-backed chairs. The room's furnishing is sparse, but the walls are lined with screens. A large screen on the far wall is displaying a map of the galaxy. With a whir of servos, a camera above the large screen on the far wall pivots and focuses on you. It seems like Walala is the only one in the room now, though. Zeke, are you exploring the stuff in there, or are you all heading into the briefing room?
I'm trying not to be too suspicious yet.
No, too late.
Unlike Zeke, I'm not looking around for things to pilfer, so I will follow immediately behind Walala.
Okay. Yeah. It seems like there's a table here, and then on far wall, there's a map of the galaxy.
Do we see, what was the called? Penfield 5? Pen something 5?
Penland 5. Would you like to look on the map and try to look for Penland 5?
I would like to look for Penland 5.
Yeah, sure. You just need to get a little bit closer. Okay. I'll show you the map of the galaxy. Whim. Whim. Okay. All right. You can zoom in on the map of the galaxy, and Penland it's over on the right and then down halfway. It's in the mid-belt, near where the word mid-belt is.
I see it. Penland.
Okay. After a time, a door on the south wall opens with a hydraulic hiss.
Well, attention focused that way then.
And you see a figure come out and immediately shut the door behind him.
Oh, is this figure familiar?
Well, yes, actually, but it's a little bit hard to place.
Right.
So you see a figure emerge, his skin completely white, his forehead embellished with multiple layers of eyebrows, feathers, and other strange augmentations.
Very familiar.
He does look familiar.
Oh, yeah, I wonder why.
Hello?
It seems as if you all have woken up.
Yes.
And then he walks confidently over to Zeke. And how have the sutures been closing? Come here and let me inspect you.
Nervously do so.
Okay, so he like gruffly touches your head and turns your head on its side, and then he runs his hands along where he has surgically implanted this camera into you. And he says, yes, it is important that you keep this camera on during the mission because we need to make sure that the memories that we take out of you are the same as the things that happen on this camera and that it's not influenced by whatever shell that you're wearing just now. But he completely wasn't paying attention to anyone else. He was just speaking like directly to Zeke, but he was talking loud enough that everyone heard.
Sure, got it. Yeah.
Yes, and how has your temperature been?
My temperature.
Yes, he like puts his hand on your forehead.
Is that good?
It seems adequate.
Okay.
Yes, very well. So, on to other business. And then he walks over to Vinko. That it start Vita.
Yes.
Are you also accompanying them on the next mission?
I imagine there's no one here better qualified than I to pilot a spacecraft for this mission.
Excellent. I am happy to hear that you will be aboard. And then he just gives you a look. But it's really hard to interpret exactly what this look means.
Oh, can I try to maybe use my empathy to get an idea of what that look means exactly? Is it skepticism or...
Yeah, complexity 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Kashi doesn't really seem interested in other people as much as he is interested and curious about projects.
All right.
So he's looking at you with mild disinterest.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Very used to that from my superiors, so that's fine.
Walala, have you figured out how long it will take to get to Penland 5 already?
I found it here on the map. And would I know this, or can I try and figure this out?
Yeah, roll complexity 2 check to figure out how long it would take to get there from here.
Okay. I will roll for, what would this be? Probably my computers?
Yeah, sure. Great.
Is there a computer in here where I can figure this out?
Yeah,
Maybe-
quite. You're literally next to a screen, so this is perfect.
That'll
Wonderful.
work.
Yeah, great.
Complexity
excuse.
3?
Yeah. Okay. You discover it's 4 days.
Well, yes, I'm looking at this, and through my calculations, I suspect that it will take approximately 4 days to get there. And, you know, barring any complications, that is.
Yes. Good. I indeed cloned you for cleverness. And then you see him take something out of his pocket and hold it to you. Walala, be sure that you do not lose this. And then he gives you a smart slab, which is like Burn Bryte equivalent of an iPad.
Ooh. I'll grab it with my tentacles. Ooh. New
So,
tech. New tech.
Are you all ready for the briefing?
Yes,
All right. Please be seated.
I shall seat myself.
Yes.
He's so bold as to sit at the head of the table. I'm in charge of this one? Okay.
He gives you a look, and it's way more obvious than the look that he gave Vinko. He's not having your nonsense kind of look.
But nonsense is the best kind of sense.
All right. So you all are going to Pandlin 5. Is that correct?
Affirmative.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right. So this planet is somewhat dangerous because it's dominated by its plasma oceans, which means that the Essential Overguild, which is an organization that provides private security, they've forbidden all recreational access to the planet. So what I am going to do is I'm going to look up some schematics of their fleet, and then I will send them to you. And what will happen, or what you will do, is formulate some sort of a plan to break into their defenses and put your names on the roster. Are you hearing me? Is that clear?
Affirmative.
Yeah.
All right. Do you all have the communication badges I gave you last time? And the disguise kits?
I do recall seeing that in my bag.
Yep. Yeah, I remember those.
Very well. I must say, I'm intrigued by the prospect of a shindig off-world. The idea is simply titillating. And as he says this, a mysterious and sinister smile reveals rows of pointed teeth. Yes,
Well,
I have
all right.
prepared a ship for you. It's in the hangar next door.
What sort of vessel is it?
It is a Wanderer class ship.
All right, that'll do.
It is for... Yes, I will let you get to know it yourself. It is somewhat peculiar.
Oh,
You can pass through here to get to the hangar. And he just references a hatch, which is next to you. And when you choose to go through it, just tell me.
is that the end of the briefing then?
Indeed. Is there anything else you need to know?
Is there anything else we ought to know?
I believe you all are competent and can take care of yourselves. But if you need to reach me, use the smart slab I have given Walala.
Whatever you say, Pops.
Understood.
And she'll say that super casually and not even know why she said it.
And you see him cringe when you say that, and then turn to you and then say scathingly, I am not your father. Just because I
okay.
made you does not make me your father. You can not worthy of being my child until you can beat my high score in that video game.
This video game? And she'll pull out the video game that's in her bag.
Yes. You see that Kashi's score is like 10,000 more than your score. And it's like a math game.
Mm. Is this a game that I can play on the go? Or
Yeah.
is it, so it's not like a cartridge, it's its own
I think it's like
self-enclosed.
a Switch in my mind.
Okay, cool. So I could play it while we're floating through space for 4 days.
If that's what you choose to do.
All right.
All right. Are you all ready to go aboard?
Sure.
I see no reason to delay.
Yeah.
All right. Very well then. Scene 2, a galactic heist. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you an image of the ship that you're going to go on.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
it. This is so cool. I want this in real life.
Right? The exterior of the Space Goat is an imposing vessel styled after a Gothic mansion, with Scapegoat painted in white on the side. It is black as night and tremendously edgy.
Wow.
That
So you
is
go-
very, very edgy.
Wow.
So you go up the hatch, and
Ooh.
when you get inside, it says, "Why, hello there." Most of the interior decor is very black and austere, but the storage bay you find a scene more colorfully painted skulls, which have been arranged in a bizarre theatrical arrangement. There are several rooms, including crew quarters, lounge, kitchen, a storage bay, and the bridge, where the MI jack and the piloting controls are located. When you heard "hello there," it was from the magical intelligence who was greeting you as you came aboard.
Hello
Hello.
there.
Hello. What is your designation?
I am Space Goat, but you can also call me my lord, or Edge Lord, or Necro Lord, something cool.
Okay, Space Goat.
Oh, wow.
This is your official designation?
Yes, this is my official designation. You can just say SG if Necro Lord doesn't suit you.
SG is acceptable.
Okay.
Space Goat. I think Space Goat is no. It's no fighting Space Goat.
All
Even though
right.
it's very difficult to read my expressions normally being a creature made entirely of crystal, I think it's obvious to everyone that Vinko is skeptical about this vessel because Oranian ships are normally built for functionality and speed, and this ship does not appear to be any of that.
All right. So if you want to go to the pilot's chair, it's up on the bridge, which is to the north of this map. Actually, you all are on this map and you can move your tokens. Okay, so I put Vinko already in the pilot's seat.
Perfect.
This is the MI jack to the right.
Ooh.
All right.
And that means if you use the MI jack, you can jack into its basically magical intelligences have their own like little virtual reality world that you can go into.
Yes.
If you have any reason to. Otherwise, their ship, they can talk, they have cameras in every room.
What kind of things would you be doing inside there? Because you can communicate with them without plugging into that, right?
The creators of Burn Bryte say that you can do smooching, but I guess there's a lot of stuff, but you can, I guess, just communicate with them a little bit more.
Right.
This is like their personal space. Otherwise, they just kind of do what they tell you, but they're totally sentient. So
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
they all look personal too. Like it looks different in there than another ship's world would be.
Do we have to pilot this ship, or can we just tell Space Goat to go
Yeah.
to Bill 5?
You just tell Space Goat until you get to
Okay.
places where you have to pilot carefully. You can just let Space Goat coast to coast.
Yeah. That's it's too many jokes happening too quickly.
Terrible. Terrible, but also hilarious.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I'm gonna take a look around this ship. I want to see what's up.
Same.
Okay.
I would like to find some quarters that has the most pillows.
Okay, that's in the lounge. And in the lounge, you find a board game containing a few small figures and a strange selection of dice. A video game called Bryte Canyon, in which you play a farmer who inherits land on a strange new planet. A few cozy knitted black knitted blankets and a smart slab. Oh, what? No, you already have the smart slab. And Zeke, your black cloak from before makes you fit in perfectly in this place.
We'll never
Yes.
find them again.
But what about my glitter cloak? How does that make me fit into this place?
Absolutely opposite, Walala. You stand out like a sore thumb. But I guess black brings out the bright pink and everything. So
So I have a good background.
yeah, straight up.
There's always one raver at the goth club. There's always one.
Can we get some DJ Buzzworthy going on in here? Okay. Space Coat. Could you play us DJ Buzzworthy's latest album for research? For research.
Latest drop.
I suppose these are the latest beats that have been dropped. There's some atmospheric tunes for your leisure. All right,
Like
so
very
we're
binaural.
gonna do a little bit of a not exactly a fast forward, but what do you all do for the next 2 days?
2 days. Yeah.
I'm gonna just see. I'm gonna very quietly. I don't want to say ramshackle, but I'm definitely going to look around and poke it around the ship and see if there's anything that's been left here, anything that could be useful.
Yeah, you find something in the storage bay, which is all the way in the back of the ship. I'm gonna ping it for you. It's back here.
Wow, that is back there.
Yeah, it's really back there. It's a big old ship.
Boom.
Yeah, so you find something real weird here. There are a bunch of different types of skulls, and they're all painted like really colorful colors. And they're arranged like 2 of them are facing each other like they're kissing. Another 2 have fallen over like they've been fighting. And it seems like a very strange theatrical scene, and you don't know how this happened.
They're just painted skulls. They're normal skulls otherwise.
Yeah, they're normal skulls otherwise. They're Eno skulls, Kithuk skulls, maybe a Driftling skull because one's a little weird. But yeah,
Huh.
these might be from the past inhabitants.
Okay. Yeah, that is odd. What do we know? What colors are they? Are they just painted oddly, or are they painted?
They are a rainbow of colors, unfortunately, but they're all bright and tacky and I mean, not necessarily ugly. Just they don't match the aesthetic.
I'll let everybody know what I found, but beyond that, I'm gonna maybe rearrange them a little bit, but just put them back up. I'll put them in proper color order.
I see. All right. They make a rainbow. All right. What does Walala get up to?
Well, if I know about the skulls and everything, I will say how we can make these fit in a little bit more with my aesthetic. I'm pretty sure somebody found some glitter earlier.
Oh no!
So let's glitter up these skulls.
I wish that you wouldn't. You hear a voice over the intercom say,
Oh,
"Boo."
Space Goat, don't worry about it. We're gonna make it better for you.
Better. It's terrible already.
I will spend the next 2 days in some of my time glittering up the skulls. But I also want to check out these games that are in the lounge area. What can you tell me about those?
Yeah, some of them have multiple strange, galactic shaped dice, like ones with 20 sides. Other ones, it's a game Bryte Canyon, which plugs into a screen, and you're a farmer, and you have a farm that you can keep animals and crops in.
I feel like I want to play the one with the dice, but I also want to, I want to get that high score that I need. So if there isn't anything else to explore on the ship or anything to find, I might spend most of my time trying to beat that high score.
Okay, complexity 4.
Okay, let me get my character
This is
sheet.
you. This is your daddy loves you roll.
Daddy! So I feel like I would still use computers because a video game is a computer.
I accept this.
So I will roll complexity 4. Okay, let's go, Pops. I can beat your score.
Oh, what? No, you beat it on the first try. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't actually think I was going to do it.
I didn't either. Why don't you tell me what that's like? Do you feel proud or something?
I still don't have all of my memories back, and I did kind of just slip and say Pops. It was almost like it was natural for Walala to call the doctor Pops, but they didn't really know why. But he kind of confirmed for me. So yeah, I think that Walala always wants to feel, accepted.
Yeah.
So I'll just say, I did it. Look, Zeke, look, Vinko, look. And we'll run around the ship or float around the ship showing the high score. And can I send using, can I take a picture with this iPad thing?
Well, actually, if you want to open the iPad, you're going to have to, it's not, yeah, you can take a picture with it. But when you open it, weird stuff might happen.
Oh, how could I best snap a picture and, kind of text it to the doctor?
And, that sounds like something I'm not going to make complicated for you. But when you do, you notice there's a weird file that's open on the laptop or on the iPad. You want to look at it?
Of course I do. Oh, you're like, what's this? And I'll just take my tentacle and just tap the file.
Okay.
That is a mysterious image.
It's like a blueprint.
Does everybody else see this same image?
No, it's just you. Well, unless you want to show it to someone else, because you have the smart slab in your hand. In your tentacle.
What is it that I am looking at here? I mean, I'm looking what I am describing as a skull, a skeletal moose.
Like a skeletal moose. It looks vaguely inorganic. It seems like it's producing smoke from it, and it has an odd kind of furnace in its stomach.
Skeletal
Is this
moose.
something I have ever seen before?
No, it's not, and it's spooky.
Ooh. Okay. Zeke, Vinko, you guys are spooky. You want to see a spooky image?
Sure.
This is on this, I'm sorry, what is it called, the iPad thing?
Smart slab.
Smart slab. And I really wish that somebody would have, I don't know, gone over this with us a little bit before we left. And I'll show the picture to the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
Alarming.
All right. And how is Vinko passing this time?
First of all, getting familiar with all of the controls and everything in the bridge. Probably also taking over the controls and not leaving the ship on the equivalent of autopilot, but actually trying to steer it so that there is some experience in doing that before we need to actually do that.
All right. Sweet. So I'm going to say that 2 days have passed while you've been on this ship. Maybe you had more discussions about this strange image. And then 2 days later, the smart slab starts to buzz again. Actually, it seems like Kashi has received this message and has sent a message back. The beginning of it says, congratulations, Walala. But that's all. And then, so you get the rest of it?
I do.
Uh,
So
and you can choose whether to like read it to everyone, or if you keep it to yourself and summarize it.
I will
but-
read it to everyone just so
Great.
I don't miss anything. Oh, I seem to have gotten a message from Pops.
Hmm.
It looks like it's some information about what we're about to do. So gather round. Let me tell you a story of this message.
Do share.
And she will go ahead and read. Greetings, crew of Space Goat. Hey, Space Goat, that's you.
Oh,
I have completed my research for your heist. Oh, well, thank goodness. Okay. You are welcome. Thank you. Your mission is now to add both the Crystal Darling, which is Corda's ship, and Space Goat to the database of ships allowed to access Panlin 5. Okay, so now we have to add 2 ships. They told us 1 ship. Now it's 2 ships. I guess if we can do 1 ship, we can do 2 ships, and she'll trail off for a little bit and then come back to it. This registrar is kept aboard a ship in the blockade. 1 Predator-class ship named Galactic. This is hard for me to read. Galactionite. I'm going to call it Galactionite. Obviously, I can think of many ways you could accomplish this. Through hacking, disguise, forgery, use of the MI, or more animalistic methods such as charm or violence.
Animalistic.
Animalistic, okay. There is a possibility you can think of other approaches. Mistress Scylla, that's Matka. Silo, DJ Buzzworthy. Ooh, I love DJ Buzzworthy. Okay. Corda, Zafici, the other guests, and I are on our way to Panlin 5 now. What? Aboard the Crystal Darling, they're already on their way there. That means we really need to do this. Okay. We will arrive at the blockade shortly after you do, but will not approach until you hail us to confirm it is safe. Please find attached blueprints of the Predator-class ship. Regards, Dr. Kashi Sinclair. That's Pops. Okay, yada, yada, yada. We are done.
great. And there's also some blueprints attached, which I'll show you. Here's the blueprints.
Okay. Oh, this is much easier to read now. The Galactinite. 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 I'm going to go with Galactinite.
Good. That's how you say it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to plan your heist?
We probably should. So, okay.
Right. So our mission here is to secure passage for ourselves and for the Gelassenheit.
Or for the, aboard the Galactic.
Aboard the Gelassenheit. Well, yes, sorry. We need to access the registry on Gelassenheit to ensure access to the crystal. What was it?
Darling.
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 Yes.
Kat, now I have a question about just how MI Jacks work.
Yeah.
Can we get our MI Jack to talk to their MI Jack?
Sure. You could, if that's what you'd like to do. You can also hail them. So it's basically like sending them a little hologram of you. Why would you like to have your MI Jack talk to their MI Jack?
I don't know. I don't think Space Goat is exactly, personable. So maybe that's a bad idea. Sorry, Space Goat.
There's a chance you could get Space Goat to help you. Because they have a lot of they're a very powerful ship and can do a lot of things. But I'm not sure that hacking them remotely is one of them.
Well, we could try and sneak aboard. We could send out a distress signal maybe and see if they'll pick us up if we pretend that the ship is damaged, or let the ship get fixed for a while and See if we
Oh.
can rummage around.
But then they would board our ship to try to fix it, and then we might be busted.
We could
Yes.
hide most of. Well, go ahead.
Well, eventually we're going to need to get passage for our ship to land. Right. So,
Okay, as you so Vinko, are you still flying the ship as this happens?
I believe this conversation could very well take place on the bridge, I imagine.
Perfect. So you're getting closer.
Right.
In fact, you're almost there.
Well, could we, instead of approaching full speed, orbit for a little while at a reasonable distance?
Yeah.
Could we conceivably come up with something that would make them grant us access, some sort of, well, not just us, I believe the Crystal Darling also needs
Well, if we could
access.
get in, we could change whatever's on in their server rooms. We could change whatever they need, and they will never have to even know that we hit the Crystal
Very,
Darling.
very true.
Yeah.
maybe we just say that we are out of supplies or something, and that because, quite frankly, I don't recall bringing any food or anything for this trip, and so perhaps we say we just need some assistance.
So after spending 4 days sailing through space, you approach the orbit of Panlin 5. The planet you see through your window is stunningly blue. The entire surface seems to be covered with water. As you approach, you see a fleet of ships floating in orbit. In the center of the cluster is a huge ship made of 3 discs connected by rectangular columns. And you hear Space Goat say, "So, what is it you're looking for here? Would you like me to try to land on the planet below now?"
Oh, Space Goat, hang on a second. We're not ready for that yet. We still need to get clearance.
SG, stand by, please. We're still discussing our approach.
Stand by. So, what about these blueprints then? What are they?
They are prints of the Gelassenheit, which is the ship containing the registry that we, well, would like to access if possible.
And do you know where it is?
Can we
look at Walala.
identify which ship it is from all of these ships?
Would you like me to scan it for you?
Sure.
I will do this if you do something for me.
I'm not
Is
used
this-
to negotiating with ships.
I know, this is weird.
I want one of you to go into my space and fix the carpet. Also, we need to throw that crystal skull out the airlock.
What? A crystal skull?
Yes, the one with glitter on it.
Oh,
Why
I put glitter on all of them. Don't
Why do we have to
worry,
throw them out
great.
the airlock?
You hear just a really dramatic, very like overly emotional sigh.
Ooh, that gives me an idea.
Space Goat, don't worry. If you will let me, I'll take it with me, and we're gonna use it as a disco ball.
Yes, you can
Party.
take the skull with me, but one of you can go into my space and fix the carpet. And then I will scan the whole fleet for you and find out where this Gelassenheit is.
Well, I guess I could do that because I'm good with computers, you see.
I'm not so sure about you doing this task, Walala. I'm not sure you know what fixing means.
Oh, I don't know what fixing means, apparently.
Vinko, do you want to take this one?
What sort of fixing does this carpet require exactly? What are the parameters of this task?
You hear, like, a little bit more quietly, "It's pink and I hate it."
Oh,
Oh,
I
I
immediately
love
see the
pink.
problem.
I love it. You should keep it.
You can't see Space Goat's face. You just don't hear anything.
Well, it would brighten up the place a bit. Just saying, it's not very welcoming in here.
I feel sympathy for this interior decorating crisis. Zeke, is this? Are you? Do you have any experience with color coordination?
It shouldn't be that hard. Come on.
Do you have a preferred hue you would like instead of pink?
I have a theory.
Yes, do share.
Black?
Yes.
That seems logical.
My past guests were so disrespectful. It was so traumatic having them on board when they made everything so colorful.
Who were these people?
Scapegoats, scallywags.
I'm going to offer my cloak as a carpet option.
Okay, are you gonna jack into the MI?
If this is, I think I've got a solution. So sure.
Yes, do it, Zeke. Go for it.
Do you sit down in the chair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you jack in, color drains from your vision and becomes muted. Before you, the edges of space are a dark abyss. The area which is visible within this sinister space contains ornate gray mirrors, a coffin, and spiderwebs draping over a wrought iron fence. An Eno skeleton lying on the floor glows a sickly white beneath a black light. On the floor, you see an unexpected splash of color, and you notice a bright pink rug, which seems incredibly out of place. Behind it is a black curtain, which is blowing in the wind.
Oh yeah. Nope. I'm going to start rolling the carpet up with the shaggy pink fur in the inside, so it's not even visible.
All right, you can do that. Now that you're in the MI space, though, in order to get out, you have to find the MI's user interface.
Okay. Is there like a open grave or something I can drop this carpet into?
Yes, there is. Would you like to go through the curtain?
Sure. I'll look
Okay.
around.
You climb out a window and you see a world that's like very much Nightmare Before Christmas. You have the curly mountain, and then there are a bunch of open graves. You see names on the tombstone that you assume are the names of the past people that were on the Space Goat. But the graves are all empty.
I'm just gonna dump it in there.
Okay. All right. You do.
And try and find the console. Look around, see what I find.
There's a coffin. There's mirrors. There's like a sarcophagus, like a necropolis, like the one that's above the ground, like in New Orleans.
Necropolis.
Okay.
So, is there seem to be one particular tomb in the necropolis that's really domineering?
That's right.
I'll head towards that.
Okay. Yeah, there are 5 tombs inside of it, and you hear this strange kind of glockenspiel.
Hello? Looking for user interface?
Yeah, inside there are just skeletons, but they're all kind of dancing a little.
Is there any particular one that's more edgelordy than the others?
There is. There's one that's it's been painted to look like night, and in its there's like a crystal.
Done. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and try and touch the.
It tries to get you to dance with it.
Okay, I'll see if I can do I'm just gonna try and mirror it.
Okay. You do the spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine, and then as soon as you do, you get back to the you get back to the scapegoat, and you're on board again, and it seems like they're happier.
This ship is weird.
Have you mollified the vessel?
Yeah.
Now I'm scanning. Complete. I've found the Galactic.
Perfect. What can you tell us? or show us?
Well, I can tell you that there are 73 ships in the fleet, and the Galactic. It's a little bit smaller than that big main ship there, but it's a little bit larger than I am, technically. It's probably got at least 4 people on board, maybe 3, and it requires a level 3 clearance to board.
What kind of, we have stuff, don't we?
We do. We have disguise kits.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
we have other
What do I
communication.
got? I've got a.
Like me to try to dock on this Galactic?
I would say.
Hold on a moment.
Yeah, hold on.
Stand by, SG.
Ugh, why do you always talk to me like that?
You are very impatient for a ship.
You're not very completionist for an Oron.
What kind of clearance would we have? 0 clearance?
Yeah, you have no idea what that means.
Yeah, probably not.
Can we pull up some schematics on let me rephrase. The clearance that it requires to board this ship is designated by what agency?
You're probably the Essential Overguild. Probably these people that you're trying to board.
So I'll say Space Goat. Do you have any reference images to ID badges or any other types of clearance material from that agency?
Yes, and I will give them to Zeke.
Oh, but
Hmm.
what about me? It was my idea.
Yes, give them to Seek. Excellent idea.
Okay, give them to Zeke. Fine, give them to Zeke. Everything's going to Zeke.
Right. So we have means of disguising ourselves. So if we can conceivably come up with identities that would at least bring us on board, perhaps Seek would be able to sneak close enough to manually enter us into this registry somehow.
Yeah, is that what you want to try?
I mean, I would like to hear the opinions of the other two before we try anything as underhanded as this. Is this not what I'm
Oh,
used to at
underhanded
all.
is what I'm always for. So that's not a
Perfect.
problem.
That is why I nominate you to do that part.
But we'll also need somebody who's trustworthy, which I'm definitely not. And yeah,
Allison, Can you
Go
turn
ahead.
up your mic a little bit?
oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
There we go. How about that?
Better.
We'll need somebody who, with a trustworthy face and tentacles to keep them distracted.
I am very trustworthy.
So would we be able to get access to this interface via like wirelessly, that we could try and like hack it maybe, or could our
Would you like me to hail them?
if you don't mind that I say that you're not working properly?
Ugh.
Before we hail them, should we try to make up some clearance material like badges or something that can mimic what we would need to board?
Sure. Seems reasonable.
All right, let's try and, how would we fake that? Let's see.
So all of you just need to roll, or one person just needs to roll 2 to make the disguise kits, like make them look like the Overguild's workers or something, depending on what you want to choose. You can disguise yourselves as whatever you want.
That's like low-level workers, or like level 3 workers would be a good idea. What do you think we would roll for that?
Well, I think if you want to figure out what their uniforms look like, you can roll computers to try to find something about that online.
That would be if somebody else has, because my computer.
I have a great computer. I am great at computers.
Wonderful, because I'm terrible at that.
Yep, not very good at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. You said complexity 2?
3.
3. Oh, okay. Okay, let's take a look and see what these uniforms look like.
Okay, I'm going to with this success, Walla both finds what they look like and makes the uniforms makes the disguise kits look like them.
Oh,
That was surprisingly effective. Well done, Walala.
what do the uniforms look like?
I'm imagining that they have like cool little shoulder pads with like
Yeah.
stuff hanging off of them, but otherwise they're like relatively like boring and geometric. And what color do you want them to be?
I don't know, like slab gray would probably be
Okay,
the thing that Walala would hate the most. So
Mm.
that's it.
legit. All right. Okay, so are you all going to try to approach the ship now? Try to deceive them in some way?
Sure. Everyone?
Why,
All
why
right.
are we saying we are approaching now? What's our reason?
I think that, well, my theory is the AI is acting buggy and our supplies got jettisoned. So we need a resupply and figure out why the AI is being so difficult.
That
Difficult.
sounds good. Our AI is difficult on this ship.
I'm going to make it worse.
I have a quick question. So our ship is instilled with a magical intelligence rather than an actual artificial one, right? Is that correct?
It is correct.
All right. Because I believe there was a terrible uprising of AIs, which nearly ended in complete disaster.
Yeah, AIs are totally illegal now.
Right.
So your ship probably has an actual soul in it, and you're not sure how that happened.
No, but I would like to not inadvertently offend SG by calling them an AI.
Clever.
All right.
All right. So as you get closer, you want to hail the ship now?
Probably not me. Anybody who's a little.
I can do it.
All right, I'm gonna run and start hiding those glitter skulls all over the.
But
So was one shunted out the airlock? Was that the deal?
Put a glitter skull in my bag. I give you permission. I want to keep it for a disco ball.
I'm putting them all over the ship. I'll put one in the bag.
You hear horrifying gothic music play, like this music is pain.
I'll fix it later. Sorry.
All right. So, Walala, are you gonna hail the Galactic? You have to go do that on the bridge.
Okay, I will do that. I was trying to figure out what I'm going to use to hail.
You don't have to. It's
okay.
You can just hail them. All right. So, what do you want? How can we help you?
Oh, we're having a little bit of a problem here on board. I was hoping that we could talk with you so that you could maybe figure out what's going on with our MI. It is not working correctly.
Why is this my problem? What's your clearance? What's your clearance?
Clearance. You said it was 3. Need clearance 4.
Well, you gotta roll some sort of check to convince them of that. No, what's the number on your clearance badge? This.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course.
Okay, roll to convince them that that's actually true.
Okay.
The difficulty is 3.
Oh, I guess that would be deceive. Or I'm terrible at this, you guys. I am. I'm going to apologize in advance.
I imagine I'm no better, so go for it.
Cross your tentacles.
We don't have time for helping you with your ship, if that's really what you want.
I'll run back in at this point. Yeah, keep going.
Sorry.
No, carry on.
I would like to sort of make an alarm go off if I can somehow. That seems like there is an emergency happening on the ship.
Hey, that's hurting my ears. Can you turn it off? What's going on?
It's getting worse. Oh, I don't know what to do. We could really use some help. This is just such a
Well,
mess.
we have no choice but to dock, I'm afraid, or we will be in bad shape.
So you notice that this person is like, they're currently typing on 2 keyboards at once, and you get the impression that they would really like for this conversation to be over.
All right.
So what do you roll to try to convince them?
I'm imagining I'll have to try deception at this point.
Yeah, well, the difficulty is 3.
Great. How could this possibly fail?
We'll see.
3.
That's how
I'm
it
not.
goes.
Ugh, why are you wasting my time?
This is a terrible emergency which requires immediate assistance.
I can, oh, I'm so sorry. What's your name? I'm so sorry.
Red Better.
Red
Overseer Supreme.
Red Better Overseer Supreme, we are really supposed to be somewhere else. This is not where we want to be. And I would consider it a huge favor if you could just take 10 minutes to help us with our problem. And I would be more than happy to pass along how helpful you were to our superiors. I would, any sort of report that could be put forward, I know that we would be happy to put a glowing report of how helpful and industrious you were in fixing our problem and getting us on our way.
Roll the complexity 3.
I'm going to take suave.
Yeah, right?
Oh, good call.
Complexity 3.
Yeah. Ah,
Flirt.
all right. Fine.
MVP.
Fine. You can dock in the bridge. Okay. And so is Vinko driving the ship?
Yes.
All right. Roll a
Like
complexity
manually.
roll.
Yes.
But approaching the starboard side of the Galactic, you can roll as I do this. But approaching the starboard side of the Galactic, a huge hangar door slides open, veiled by a shining amber energy field. As you approach, SG reminds you that you'll have to do the fine maneuvering yourself. Okay, so yeah, roll. Actually, if Vinko is the one landing the space goat, the complexity is reduced by 1. So actually, the complexity is 2.
Right. What sort of thing would this be? A knowledge? No, I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it's more intuitive. Maybe it's a physical thing more so. Maneuvering a spacecraft might be.
Yeah, whatever makes sense to you. There are a lot of options.
Question. I think maybe it could be tied to athletics. It's a question of reflexes and experience.
I accept anything.
And what was the complexity?
2, because it's you. Otherwise, it would be 3.
I am an expert pilot.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. The inside of the hangar is cavernous and utilitarian with plain metallic walls and neat piles of crates. Landing spaces are demarcated on the rubberized floor using colorful lines. As you pull in, you see the Kithuk with whom you communicated with earlier, standing as tall as a bear, waiting for you near the doorway of the portside wall, flanked by 2 peacecraft. The Kithuk is tapping their foot impatiently while riding on a smart slab and fiddling with a pair of headphones. Feeling like a fish being swallowed by a second larger fish, you bring Space Goat in gently. With no other ships to worry about hitting, you land neatly between the lines on the floor. I'm dropping you on another map. Okay. It's going a little bit slow for me too. I wonder why. Is anyone else seeing? Oh, there we go.
I see the map. What?
Yeah, I can see it.
I have a question. What does Walala know about this insect race?
You know that they're typically very friendly, that they need a lot of food.
That would be my question. What kind of food do they eat?
Lots. As much as they can get a hold of. But same as most people would eat. Vegetables. Some of them eat meat, sometimes fish.
Okay.
You know, one of them that loves dumplings, but
Okay.
all right. And can you all have vision here? Are you able to
Yes.
see your tokens and everything?
Yep.
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. Okay. You see him just standing there. So what's wrong with your ship?
It's being very difficult. It's complaining about something that doesn't make any sense, and normal operations are barely possible. It's very upset, and we don't know why.
No. We have not the expertise to fix the problem, clearly.
There's other ships that are specialized. They have repair quarters. Why'd you have to land here? Don't you know how much I have to do?
We respect that, but we were kind of just stuck. This was the closest place to land, and we are terribly, terribly busy and have to head in a particular direction that sadly we cannot speak about.
And if you could help us, we could help you. You said you have a lot to do. Maybe we can be of assistance.
Take something off your plate.
Yeah, I can't repair your ship and don't know why you've come here to, what do you want me to do about this?
Well, at present, we would like to not drift aimlessly into space.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We have
Maybe
accomplished
you
this.
could convince the MI to be a little bit more friendly towards our commands to actually fly this thing.
You see his eyes and they just get narrow and they say, "This sounds like not my problem."
Well, you see, it's affecting all things on the ship. Currently, we can't access any of our food, and I'm such an excellent cook, and we're just starving.
I suppose we can take you to our kitchen.
That would be lovely, and then I could cook you something.
Very well.
Quick question.
Yes.
How close was the kitchen to any? We've seen the blueprints of the Galactic hideout, correct?
Yeah.
So we will know the location of the kitchen and potentially how close it is to where we actually need to get.
So the place you need to get is the server room, and that's to the north. But the place that he's offering to take you is to the south.
Right, which is why I brought that up, because I figured if he leads me to the kitchen,
Right,
then
yeah.
maybe you guys could sneak off to the
All
server.
right. So he says, you two take a look at this ship and see if you can talk some sense into it. You know, you robot people are kind of like ships anyway, and they give him like a scathing look, like he was just very racist at them. And then he, maybe excited about eating some food, goes to the door and puts his key card on the door. All right, come with me. I will show you the kitchen.
When I'm looking at that key card, is there any other thing that he does aside from like swiping it? Does he have to enter a code or anything like that?
Nope, he doesn't have to enter a code.
Okay, but he does need to use a card to open the doors. That's important. Okay.
Do you want to try to study this so you could maybe copy it or something?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Or I might just want to take it. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, cool. All right, so the door opens, and I'm just having a little bit of a weird dynamic lighting thing, so I just put you on the other side of it. How about Zeke and Vinka? What do y'all do?
I think I'm looking towards Seek at this point because I'm not entirely certain what to do. This kind of sneaking around is not my forte.
I figured out that we're going to need a key card if we're going to get any further, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm going to follow along for now towards
you can
the
go
kitchen.
into the hallway. Yeah, sure.
And
it seems like they've gotten a little bit ahead of you, though, and they're going in this direction.
Yeah, I can like slowly turn around and look at him and be like gesturing with my tentacles. That's right. Look at the key card. You know.
So do I get to look at the key card?
Yeah, you can. Sure.
Okay. And I'm just going to follow right behind, depending on where we're going.
Okay. They take you. he's talking about his work pretty much constantly. He's like, yeah, and then the funding got cut and they don't have as many lights as we used to. And yes, we have to walk all down these drifting hallways and they never give us any sort of heating or air conditioning. Ugh, it's never a pleasure.
That's terrible. I'm going to, should I go for this?
I feel like
How?
I lost him.
Sorry.
Yeah, where'd he go?
He went behind a door, but or he is out there.
Did he have to use the key card to get into that door?
No, it was a dining hall, so he just walked
Okay.
in.
Oh, the dining hall. The dining hall. Dining hall is actually near the server rooms, isn't it?
On the other side. The server side is server rooms to the north.
All right. So
So he has his back to you, and he's walking in the other direction.
I'm going to try, since it doesn't seem like he's going to be using his key card anytime soon, I'm going to try and pickpocket.
Yes.
That's within my wheelhouse, I feel like.
Cool. Yeah, sure.
Okay, what's the difficulty on that?
Difficulty is 3.
That's going to be a physical, I imagine. So I'm going to try skullduggery.
Oh yeah, totally. That seems an appropriate use of that.
Oh boy, there's no way anybody can help with this, is there?
Not the way you were at. No. Did you
Nope.
get doubles?
No, here we go.
Woo! You have stolen the key card. All right. So Redbetter continues walking Walla to the corner of the room and doesn't notice that you have the key card. And basically Redbetter's like, yes, I've heard you Gleans are very good at cooking. I suppose I can leave you here to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, my best friend, Silo, has taught me every single thing that I know about cooking. And I have made the best meals ever, and he loves them. And he is also I cannot remember what the name of his is.
Ithuk.
One more time.
Ithuk.
Yes, he is also an Ithuk. So I think that I would be able to create the best meal of your life.
I'm going to slowly slip the key card to Vinco behind my back. And just passively go, do you have a bathroom on board by any chance? It's one of the many things that hasn't been working properly on our ship.
Yes. It's down the hall to the left. First door in the hallway.
All right. Yeah, Vinco, I know you were complaining too.
Yes, I would really appreciate it at this point.
I'd say start setting up, and I'm looking forward to a meal. This is going to be really good.
Okay, yeah, so you two sneak away.
I'd like to say I really appreciate how Roll20 automatically adjusts the visibility as you move your token around to see which part of the map
That's
it
nice.
uncovers, depending on angles. And yeah, that's really neat.
So I say we're gonna very quickly head to the.
You should run if you want.
Oh yeah.
If you want to try to keep this person here, you'll need to distract them. But let's have Zeke and Vinco go first, and then we'll come back to you in just a second.
So yeah, let's go full speed towards the server room.
Yeah, basically you memorize the schematics and you realize that it's probably. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Let me see. Move my character sheet out of the way.
Do not see where you're pinging.
Okay. You'll have to skedaddle up north then.
That way?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So you see basically a long metallic corridor, and at the end of it, there's a door and a key card slot.
Well, let's try it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the key card works, and you're able to get into the room. Let me just
Excellent.
take the door down. Okay. All right.
Am I standing at the right place? No.
Here you go. Bing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Every surface in this room is white and gleaming, reflecting in the thousands of multicolored flashing lights from the tall rack of servers. On the starboard side is a cluster of many small screens surrounding one larger screen with several ports. There's an unmarked door to starboard.
An unmarked door.
Yeah, top left. Okay, so would you like to try to engage with the MI jack, or would you? How would you like to do this?
I think that would be the way to do it. Entering the MI space. Is that?
Okay.
Also, does it require a key card to leave this room, or only to get into it?
That's a very good question. Did the door lock as we entered?
No, it just closed.
Can
Okay,
I lock
so-
it?
Okay. Roll complexity 2 check to lock it.
Actually, wait, hold on. Don't lock it just
Alright.
yet. Don't lock it yet. I'm just going to take the key card
Mm-hmm.
and stand on the other side of the. I'm going to pocket it and stand on the other side of the door and just keep an eye out.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that means Vinko, are you going to try to go into the MI space?
Seek is lookout, so I guess that leaves me to attempt this.
All right. Are you going to try to jack in?
I will, yes.
Okay. First, you encounter the fact that it is password protected. You'll have to roll a complexity 2 check to get past the password.
All right. Could this be, I'm guessing, might be a knowledge thing to sort of deduce what manner of password this kind of vessel would employ?
Totally.
Let's try that. What complexity, sorry?
2. Also, Walala, in just a second, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to ask you how you are distracting Red better, or if he has left.
Oh, okay.
So Vinko, what do you do?
I appear to have successfully deduced the password since I passed.
Okay, you have successfully deduced the password. Okay, as entering the MI space, you are momentarily stunned. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the bright light. Your vision is returning and you find yourself in the center of a maze with tall crystal walls on both sides of you. A light is reflected in confusing patterns, and there are beams of light bouncing off in countless directions.
How unpleasant.
What would you like to roll to navigate the space? But first, Walala. It seems like Red Better has shown you all of the supplies that you should need and is about to turn to leave. What do you do?
Oh, well, before you leave, just because I'm so thankful that you are helping us with all of this, I want to make you your very favorite meal. What kind of appetizer would you like?
Well, I would like grubs and cheese.
Oh, and where do you keep your grubs?
And then he shows you quickly where the grubs are.
Okay, and then for your main course, I do make some really great dumplings, but if you have something special, I could definitely whip that up too.
Okay, so I think that this is absolutely a reasonable way to distract him. So he's at least distracted for the next few minutes, showing you how to get to all the supplies.
Okay.
However, Zeke sees a door open and a peacecraft walk out.
Okay, so I was, if I had the second, I was going to walk over and just I was going to just check these doors and see what door this was over here.
That one right there leads to a storage compartment.
Okay, so I was going to try and fiddle with the door. If I hear somebody, I was like, all right, I'm going to fiddle with the door a bit.
Okay.
And I have hidden the card in my pocket. I've got it in the inside pocket. So.
Okay. You see one of the peace crafts walk into the hallway. They lock eyes with you. And then, Now I'm going to switch over to Vinko. What are you going to do to navigate the crystal maze inside
Right. I believe maybe my engineering could avail me in this situation to sort of get an
Complexity.
idea. 3. All right. Oh, well, very complex.
You hear somewhere outside of you a beam, 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 and the sides of the maze where they were bouncing off lights before have turned like dangerous and spooky and very sharp. Probably spooky is not the right word. It's just like it seems like the space has changed. Also, Zeke, you hear a flaring klaxon behind you as the peace crafts both enter the hallway and they start to walk towards the server room.
Did I do that? Is this the, was this my fault? I am so sorry. And I'm just going to like try that door and then I'm going to walk over to the server door and try it, but try and get it to close again without the card. If that makes sense, to make sure that it's like locked from the outside since there's no pass card. I assume that
it's totally locked without, it's totally locked from the outside.
Oh.
If you aren't using the card, you cannot get in.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I was trying to find the bathroom and I got lost. I am so sorry.
Peacecraft says, this usually is the sound of a security breach.
I may have touched the wrong door. I don't know. I that might have been me. Where is the bathroom?
Okay, so while Red Better's going to try to leave, like, I hear a sound.
Well, quick, taste this really quick and tell me if I have the right flavor profile for you. And she'll put her tentacle like inside some, grub cheese pie that she's putting together and like kind of shoves it towards his face.
Roll a complexity 2 to try to convince him.
Okay. This one I am going to do my knowledge for cooking.
Perfect. Yeah. Grub knowledge.
Grub knowledge.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, cool. Okay. You basically like you put your tentacles in the right spice that is actually distracting enough so that he doesn't leave. And Zeke, Zeke, I'm gonna have you roll to deceive them that you were looking at the bathroom. And then I'm gonna have Vinko roll again to try to deal with the MI space.
All right, I'm going to roll to deceive.
Yep, actually deceive.
What's the complexity?
3.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
I am bouncing off the walls. I have to pee so badly.
Affirmative. You all and your condition.
How is the ship going, by the way? Did you figure out the problem or?
We have analyzed the problem and we think that your ship is adequate.
There was saying something about skulls. Did you find the skulls?
We did find skulls. They were not to be understood. At least 7.
Did you remove the skulls?
No.
Oh, could you remove the skull? We couldn't find them. If there's any way that you could remove the skulls, like that would have really, really helped.
All right, Vinko, what are you doing?
I think I would like to switch over to a more instinctive situation. I'm used to navigating a hostile environment, so I'd like to try my perception.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Complexity
3?
All right. Nope. No. Everything is very confusing with these bright lights and sounds.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so the sounds that are coming from the server room get louder and more intense. And so the Peacecraft make a dubious face and start walking towards Zeke.
If one of you could just help with the ship and the other one, like, I know you can't possibly need both of you to do this. Just if one of you could help.
We check inside the server room. And then this one, the one that's behind, gruffly tries to grab you.
Gruffly tries to grab me?
Yeah, the one that's red and black.
I am definitely going to try and dodge out, but not run and be like, hey, come on.
Okay, roll to do that.
Oh boy, what would that be? That's a physical. Let's do athletics for that one.
Okay.
Or athletics or what's the difficulty?
2.
2. I'm just gonna try and I'm gonna try and athletics this.
Okay.
To go through. There we go.
And you were successful, so you were able to slink past if you want to. So back in the dining hall with Wallawa and Redbetter.
I have an idea.
Yep.
While I'm cooking the next thing for him to taste, I would like to flip in a very low dose of something that will, like a sleeping pill or something from my medicine bag.
Yeah. All right. Do it's a complexity 3.
Okay, I will use my medicine check for that.
Okay. All right. So what is it that you're serving him that has this? Basically, you're being Sally from
The dumplings. So I will that
Yeah.
that I was making him for the main course, and so I will just slip one in so that he suddenly passes out.
Okay, I'm going to say that you are successful, and he suddenly passes out.
And you guys then will hear, "Help! Help us! There's something wrong with Redbetter!" Hoping to draw the the others down to help him, his peacekeeper people.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna yell very loudly and like project your voice.
Yes. Help us! Help! Help! Redbetter has passed out! Hopefully that will echo through these empty halls that have no pillows to absorb the sound.
All right.
Empty halls without pillows.
Yeah.
No pillow halls.
Yeah. So
Help me!
one of them comes running. Okay. Now, Vinko. The MI space has gotten incredibly threatening.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like it's a crystal maze, but it's getting more and more confusing because you don't know what is you and what is the maze anymore.
Right. Do you maintain while you're in the space your physical abilities? Are you able to interact physically with this otherwise virtual environment?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, could I attempt to simply force my way through a wall that appears to be blocking my path, take my crystalline fish and then smash it to bits?
Yes, you can. Please.
Would power be? I'm not sure what these.
That's fine. You can absolutely do that. Complexity is going to be the same. It's still going to be 3.
All right, let's try that.
Okay.
All right. Well.
All right. Awesome.
Something shatters.
Okay, you break through the complex facets of the crystal maze, avoiding the lasers, and eventually finding what seems to be an altar upon which is a book. The book is open to a page which says in surprisingly geometric letters, "Authorized vessels." Under this is a series of ship names. There is an odd quill next to the book, which seems to be made of dried leaf that has a metallic tip attached.
Right. Well, I think I know what to do, and that is to take the quill and type in, first of all, the crystal darling.
Great.
Underneath those is the name of our vessel is Space Code. Is that
Yes,
what?
that's great.
Well, I don't write SG then. I will write out the full thing for once.
Great. Okay. So if you would like to get out of the MI space, you just need to roll a complexity 3 skill check.
All right. Well, maybe that's an athletics thing to kind of like dodge my way out of there, essentially.
Right.
Let's try that.
But mostly just okay. As you try,
Nope.
further into the server. Okay, so Zeke, this Peacecraft is trying to open the door. What would you like to do?
Trying to open the door.
Mhm.
I am going to start. Can I hear the commotion that's happening?
Totally. Yeah, you can.
I'm going to try and distract and pull them towards I'm going to try and bring their attention to whatever that is.
All right, roll to do that.
What is? Oh my God, that sound. We better go check that out. Let's go see that. That's a deceive, isn't it?
Sure. Seems
Yeah,
like deception to
That's a
me.
deceive. What's the difficulty?
I think the difficulty is 3.
Yeah, that's a 3. Come on, come on, come on.
Woo! Okay.
Ah!
Yes, very well. Oh, sorry, I moved you both, but yes.
I'm with you. I'll come with you.
I don't like what is going on here, and I'm very suspicious of your behavior.
I'll stay with you, so you know what I'm doing. Yeah. This is all very weird. I'm not going to come out of your sight.
All right, so the Peacecraft enter the dining hall, and they see Walala over Redbetter, and they draw their laser gun and point it at Walala.
I'll put my tentacles up. No, don't shoot. Help us. I don't know how. I can't lift him up. I don't know if you have a med bay or something. We need to find out what's wrong. He just fell over. He might be having a heart attack.
That something like that he might legitimately having a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. There's something wrong.
The complexity is going to be 3.
Okay. I will start to rattle off all of the different things that could be wrong with him.
Yeah.
So that will be my medicine again, but much harder. Okay.
Also, Zeke, if you want to move, you can move your. Oh,
Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh no.
is unacceptable, and this one tries to grab you, and like pick you up.
I will float away. Can
Well,
I?
It's gonna actually roll an attack on you. So hold on a second.
Oh, we haven't done that yet. So let's see how that works. That's cool.
Yeah, this is not actually battle. They're just trying to try to lift you. So 1 second. Let me see if they're successful.
What?
Yes. Okay. So this one has some of your tentacles in his arms, and he's trying to pull you away.
Oh, good sir, please don't touch my tentacles. That hurts. I'm very soft and squishy. Otherwise,
right.
2 of us will need to go to the med bay.
Do you want to try to get out of the server room?
Sorry, was that me?
Yeah,
Or
you.
was that? Yes. Well, I would like to, and I think this time I will abandon attempts at stealth or anything, and just try to use my physicality to charge.
Okay, great.
in
Yeah,
the
feel free.
direction that I would like.
Complexity is 2.
The complexity is 2, and could I use a melee to just kind of
Yeah,
charge?
sure. You might not leave the server room in good shape, but sure.
Pieces might break off, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. Did you say complexity 2?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
All right.
thank
All right.
heavens.
You're back on the ship. You see pieces of yourself have like crystallized and fallen off like others would sweat. You hear some commotion going on down somewhere. All right, so Zeke, you arrive at the side of the dining hall to see Walala being manhandled by some Peacecraft.
Hey, clearly this has gone too far. Like whatever this is going into either you want our help or we'll happily get out of your hair. But if you feel like we're a problem, we will. I mean, if you say that our computer's working fine, we will leave.
Poisoned our leader.
Oh, I have not done that at all. I was just cooking some good food. Here, I will try one myself. And with my other tentacle, because I have many, I will pick up one of the dumplings and put it in my own mouth.
Okay. Roll complexity 3 to try to convince them that your deception is not deception.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm rolling I have to roll deceive for that.
Well, you could.
I'm not actually lying. I really am eating something. So let me see. I think maybe I could do.
I have a suggestion.
I would love a suggestion.
You could consider empathy.
Yeah, maybe empathy. Because I am now concerned for him, and I am telling the truth. So I think empathy is more for the truth than
You're
deception.
telling the truth-ish.
Well, I'm
light,
really
die
eating
truth.
something that is not poisoned. So
Yeah. Okay.
let me show
All
you.
right.
This is not poisoned at all.
All right, go ahead.
Woo.
Okay, so they let you down. And they put you over here. And then one of them says gruffly, yes, you all get out of our hair.
You want help moving him to the do you want help moving him to the med bay, or you're okay? We're just gonna get out of your hair. Fine. And I'm gonna go grab Walala and exit the room and shut the door.
Okay, awesome. Okay, they're in there, and you hear some sort of scuffling around.
All right, we'll head
right.
back to the bay.
Nice. Well, you still have the key card, so you can open the door there.
Yes.
All right. And so, do you get back on the scapegoat?
If we're okay with it, and I will actually, once we open the door, I'm going to just drop the key card over in the corner, so they'll think that maybe he just dropped it like an idiot.
Okay. And Vinko, do you also join them on the?
Yes,
on the ship?
I think that having escaped the server room and assuming that my companions will have successfully completed their parts of the mission, I would like to head towards the ship, intending to fire it out for a departure, but they have actually beat me to it, so I'll just follow them into the hangar.
Yeah, I assumed you saw us coming up the hallway anyway.
Yes, and you're quicker than I probably.
The space goat is kind of like, oh, you're back.
SG, prepare for departure immediately.
Oh, why do you have to be so short?
Immediately.
All right, and the ship sighs and like begins to prepare for departure. All right. Okay, so you get into space.
Once we are a decent distance, I think it's time to signal and fulfill our other end of the bargain and drop those skulls out the exhaust hatch.
Yes.
Yay!
One in my bag, correct?
Yes, there's one still in your bag.
All right. Well, let's bring him to the
Yes.
Yeah.
airlock.
Your spooky, scary skeletons play again all over the intercom. All right. Okay, so are you going to hail the?
Yes, the Crystal Darling. We would like to hail that access has been secured.
Darlings, it's me, Mistress Sailor. We've just arrived near this ghastly blockade. I do hope you've succeeded in your mission.
Affirmative.
Excellent. Can you give us an escort?
I will send them to you right now. SG?
Yes, it's me, SG.
Yes,
Necro
kindly
Lord.
send over the... Please provide the requested information and ping them to the Crystal Darling.
Okay, so the Crystal Darling and the Space Goat nervously pass by the blockade, heading down towards the surface. The planet's shimmering azure waters look refreshing and serene. As you approach, you can pick out a small white island of sand. You approach that white flat island dotted with trees and black boulders. Who would you like to land the craft safely?
That seems like the thing to do. Safety
so.
is what we need at this point.
All right. Okay. So roll complexity 2.
Right. I will use my perception for this because I'm trying to aim at something. Wow.
Awesome. It takes you a long time for you to position Space Goat for landing, but by which point the Crystal Darling is already parked. You go to land. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I read the wrong one. My bad. I read the failure text. Sorry. You land and the Crystal Darling touches down gently nearby, its hull almost blinding in the afternoon sun. By the time you disembark, Silo is already hard at work on the beach, carrying a large canvas roll over his shoulder. He hollers at you all to help him set up the party. So I'm going to move you to a different map now. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's hollering at y'all. So can you help me? We've got to put up this tent and also the DJ booth.
Yes, of course, immediately.
Okay, so if you want to help, you roll a complexity 2 skill roll to set up each of the tents. There are 2 tents, and then there's the DJ booth. So
3. I think
Yep.
this sounds like an engineering feat that I will attempt.
complexity 2.
Yes.
All right, cool. Does anybody else help with the manual labor?
I'm not really that good with manual labor.
Mhm.
I'm also not good with it.
Maybe you could set up the cushions or something inside.
Oh,
Definitely, I know all about cushion placement.
Perfect.
I will use a decorum to assist with that of just figuring out what's appropriate. What's the complexity 2?
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay, great. You make it look a little bit like an opium den. All right. Okay, so Walala comes along afterwards. Why are they bad at helping with this?
I think they are upset because these pillows are full of sand and just don't seem comfortable enough because while Walala knows all about pillows and comfort and setting up lounging areas because she grew up in a lounge, they are very disappointed. So I think Walala needs to go out and shake out the sand first, and then we'll after shaking each one, we'll like toss them back in.
Okay, cool. All right, so once all of this is done, Silo heads aboard the Crystal Darling to let everyone know that things are ready, and soon after, Mistress Sayla emerges from the Crystal Darling looking transformed in this new element. In the sunshine, she's more translucent, and you can see holographic parts of her skin that were not obvious in the dim light of the shop. Gliding down towards you, she communicates her pleasure that you all have completed your mission so successfully. She says she'll do her best to make sure you remember tonight, even though you've given her your memories tomorrow, but that if you lose your memories from drinking, that's your fault. But you don't see Dr. Kashi leaving the ship. Blink.
Whoa.
Yeah, it got more happening.
Look at that.
Oh, I need to put up my crystal glitter skull somewhere.
Oh yeah, why don't I make you, where would you like to put it? Maybe you can ping on the map.
Where's there a dance floor?
Right near where you're at, actually. What color would you like me to use?
Pink, of course.
All right, I got a really annoying pink. Where would you like it to go?
I'm trying to ping. I don't know why it doesn't let me ping.
How about this? Oops, that's not big enough.
You could always stand where you want to. Oh, look at that.
Is that good?
Perfect. Yes, perfect.
Sweet. That's gonna be super sick when it gets dark. All right. So that's your disco skull. All right. So this next part is going to be a delight. You hear DJ Buzzworthy coming before you ever see them. The chirping of a portable speaker. Yeah, I got some. Okay. The chirping of a portable speaker and the excited chatter of DJ Buzzworthy's fans herald their arrival. A constantly shifting pile of insects in the shape of a humanoid comes swaggering down onto the beach, outfitted with red sunglasses, a vibrant flower, and carrying a case under their arm.
Oh my god! 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 She's losing it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. I can also show you all of the fans because there's a lot of cute fans. So you're just gonna get a bunch of pictures for a second.
The glow sticks. Oh no.
Yeah, it's like
not glow stick people.
So
cute.
many.
Yeah. And there are 3 triplets that are all Zavoy in slightly different colors, and you can see them on the map. So DJ Buzzworthy heads into the southern tent, and moments later, excellent synth music starts playing with samples of many different species singing over entrancing beats. Other guests emerge from the ship, and people start to dance as the party picks up pace. Some play volleyball on the beach, and others take drinks from Silo, who is performing flair bartending at the pop-up bar. What would you like to do?
Bar.
Yeah, sweet. So, how can I help you? What would you like today? A drink for our heroes?
Yeah, I think surprise me, if that's all right for today.
Okay, so he rubs 2 of his hands together while the other hands hold the bottles out. And you see him like put one of them here and then roll it down his arm and then flip it and then go into the other hand. And then when he pours it through a flame. And then the drink comes out green at the bottom. Here, for a hero, only the best absinthe.
Ooh.
All right.
That should not drink absinthe.
Yeah.
Morning.
All right. What does Walla do?
Well, I'm dancing, of course. This is the best music ever. And Walala cannot help but totally freak out about the fact that her idol is DJing right in front of her.
Yeah, and some of the bugs come and kind of like dance with you. Like, so some of the DJs at the booth, of course, but because the DJ is a swarm, some of the DJs, like you see like little beetles like around you while you're dancing.
Oh my goodness, it's so nice to meet you. I have your poster on my
Oh. Indeed. So, like, how are you dancing for a while?
Sure.
Awesome.
Front of stage, just front of stage.
Okay, and also Corda is also here, the Ulron producer from before, and Corda's kind of like looking out. I don't know what for. What's Vinko doing?
Vinko would like, I would like to try inexpertly and probably briefly to dance. I'm
Okay.
immediately very self-conscious about the fact that this is not going very well. Because that
Okay,
was
so
obvious.
I guess the Corda comes up to you with and they say, "Oi, so you want to dance then? Looks like you're a diamond in the rough."
Oof. Nope.
Rough.
Nope.
I will try not to look offended. I'm not sure whether of the insult or the terrible pun.
All right, do you accept the dance?
I think I shall awkwardly Yes.
Roll
I
a complexity 2 check.
will. Dancing. Athletics, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, great. Awesome. Okay, so the two of you, so like you're still a little bit stiff, so your dance moves are kind of like it's really lucky that like both Walala is there dancing and the music is really like got a beat to it, because like your movements are actually super cool, and so so Corda is really pleased to be dancing with you and like kind of relax after a while.
Right.
And then,
I feel terrible for Techno Rose because Techno Rose is just like standing there in a corner. Can I invite Techno Rose to dance too?
yes, you can.
Okay.
Techno Rose like looks from side to side and then nods and then like dances like really well, like back and forth and like doing these weird moves you didn't think a robot could do that were like really quite flowing.
Are they doing the robot?
Yes. I just moved them on the wrong token. Okay, there you go. All right, sweet. Okay, so you also see Kashi come out and Dr. Kashi Sinclair, and Dr. Kashi has one dance with one song with Mistress Sayla, and you see Mistress Sayla is really good at dancing and Kashi is very like kind of stilted and looks like he's like trying his best. Yeah.
Mm.
And then after that, he looks kind of like just distracted, and he like bows a little and thanks Sayla and begins to walk off.
Oh, but Pops, wait a second. Don't you want to dance with me too?
His eyes get very big.
I beat your score.
Oh, Walala. Great. Very well. I guess we can dance. He's like taking a deep breath, like, oh, okay. I've got to get back to my work soon, but quickly.
It can't be work all the time, Pops, and I want to just make one special request that when you take my memories, I want to keep this dance in my memories of you dancing with me.
Oh, that's so charming. Yes, well, roll a complexity 2 check to dance with Kashi, who's pretty much a stick.
Okay. I'm going to use my empathy for this one
Okay.
because I'm trying to appeal to his feelings for me.
Aw. Okay.
Trying.
Yeah, you can try. Oh, okay. All right. So after a little
Single
while,
tear.
yeah, single tear, like he loosens up and he dances with you, and he like kind of keeps you pretty much away from him, but he'll hold like one of your tentacles and he says, I suppose I'm proud that you beat my score. It took you long enough, but you did it.
Thanks, Pops.
You still see him like has a physical pain when you say that. All right, so time passes, the moon rises, and several of the guests build a bonfire out of nearby driftwood. As the night rolls on, the music changes tone. People become more relaxed. Deep into the night, Kashi brings out a tray containing many of the small glass spheres from the shop, as well as a pile of metal straws. He offers one to each person in the crowd as a party favor. He approaches the three of you last and congratulates you on a job well done, presenting you with the last 3 spheres which sit on a luxurious purple cushioned tray.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Do I know what these are since I work in the shop?
These are memories.
Okay.
Cheers.
And can we evaluate what memories are what before we take them?
Not unless you ask him.
Okay.
Hey, Pops, really quick, which memories are these?
And I'll point to them.
Well, which one would you like, Wa La La?
Well, I don't know what I have to choose from.
Well, is there a particular one that you would like to have?
So these would be memories, obviously not from tonight, just from the past in general.
They're not from you, they're not your memories, most likely.
Well, I would like something that's exciting, since most of the exciting things we do gets, given to somebody else.
Very well. And then he gives you a sphere that contains something yellow inside.
Hmm.
I'll take something scary if you have it.
Yes? All right. I suppose. And then he has this weird look in his eye again. All right, Vinko, you also want to accept one of these?
Vinko seems close to turning the offer down, but is considering it. Not known to be impulsive, but is trying so hard to break that habit. So I don't know if you can offer me what I would most dearly like. It might be a rare sort of memory.
And what's that?
I gathered that there are species in this galaxy who are long-lived enough to have experienced something before the current era, before the Burn Bryte.
Yes.
I should like to experience a world before the exploration Bryte, for instance.
So he grabs something out of his pocket that wasn't it wasn't the last one on the and he gives it to you. And it's gray inside.
Oh. All right. I'll take it.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I guess that will be me then.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
by the way,
All right.
I figure we all go together, and then you can pick who you if we want to just cheers all at once.
All right.
It's a good plan.
I'm gonna go Taliesin first. Okay. So you drift off. So you take it's like a boba straw. You like stab it into the middle of the crystal sphere. You were not always the wholesome Zavoy you are today. You remember how it feels on your skin when it rains, when you're not contained within a host's body. Your skin once boiled with malice when you were passed over for a possible host. How your colleagues would compare captures and show off their flesh suits. Before, the voice of your nemesis was always at your back, tearing you down and infuriating you. But now, they're just an impotent whisper in the back of your mind, your new home. You remember the feeling of extreme pressure as you crawled into a particular driftling's ear. Okay, so Walala and Vinko, you see everyone else around you at the party has completely passed out. And like they basically have all completely fallen asleep. And Walala, would you like to go next?
Is that a normal thing to happen after somebody has done one of these memories?
You think so?
I guess if I feel like that's normal and I don't feel strange about it, I will go.
You can choose. Would you like to roll empathy?
Yeah, maybe I will, just to get a feeling of, is this a good thing to do? What is the complexity?
3. Okay. Well, it's a little bit strange because, like, Mistress Sayla isn't in the tent. Silo is also not in the tent. Dr. Kashi also not in the tent. You don't know where they went. You get a kind of weird read on the situation.
Yeah,
But you can have your memory if you want.
I'll just hang on to it. It's not going to go bad, right? So maybe I'll put it in my glitter cloak pocket, as it were.
Okay.
And maybe turn to Zinko and say, Zinko, I don't know where Matka and Silo and Pops went.
No.
Vinko, do you take your memory or are you gonna talk to Walala?
I think I will pause for a moment, shrug, and then
then have a
imbibe
memory?
it. Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. So, this is awesome. Okay, here's what you slowly fade from consciousness, and then you feel way more than you are. We remember what it was like when we were so vast that we stretched into every corner of the galaxy, when we felt ourselves buzzing in every pocket of Alaxis. Our swarms were able to understand every language because if one of us knew it, all of us did. We remember how good it felt to be united in purpose, in thought, in feeling, never having to worry if we would be protected or if we would accomplish anything. It was enough knowing we were part of something greater. Your hive spanning across hundreds of planets and buzzing in unison. Okay, Walala. You
Well,
watched. Yes?
I'm alone?
Yeah, you watched as each of the party guests consumes the gifts and fall into a deep sleep. After some time has passed, from the corner of your eye, you notice a figure standing on the beach. Outlined in the light of the moon is a tall, imposing creature with bizarre, jagged bones protruding from its head.
Oh no, I forgot about the stupid skeleton moves. No. Okay.
The whole thing is a monstrosity of flesh, bone, and metal, with needle-like fingers shining on the ends of skeletal hands. Hobbling along the breach, it approaches one of the unconscious party guests. And, crouching down with a chilling creak, its needle-like fingers slide impossibly far into the Eno's ear. And after a chilling creak, the beast withdraws its hand, leaving a drop of cloudy, colorful liquid behind. The creature then methodically, almost robotically, places the same finger into a metallic hatch on its abdomen, as if filling it up. From the peaks of its antlers, you see it emit a mysterious smoke. It stands on one leg at a time and begins to move a little bit closer.
I do not like this.
Here, so I guess it's
Can I
here.
try to wake my friends up?
Hell yeah, of course you can.
I would like to try to wake my friends up.
Who would you like to wake up first?
I will wake up Zinko first because I know that they are military badass, as it were.
Okay, so the creature is getting close to you. Roll a complexity 3 to wake up Vinko.
I guess that will be medicine again. Maybe I have smelling salts or something in my bag.
Good idea.
Here we go.
Okay. Great. Okay. Vinko, you remember what it was like to be an infinite hive, and then you wake up and Walala is shaking you.
Do I know? I remember everything I remember before because nothing has been extracted. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yes. Oh, I'm awake.
Vinko, look, the Skelemoose is here, and it's stabbing people and stealing something from them. I don't know.
It's right there.
Oh.
Hold on.
Immediately perceiving a threat, I will move between Walala and the mysterious entity.
Okay. It's gonna roll. Okay, so the creature turns its head and raises up to its full height, which is like 9 feet. It's like very tall. And then it brings its antlers down on both of you, knocking you out.
Oh.
And then you wake up in a bathtub. That's the game.
Oh. Skelemoose.
I was hoping to steal its body and be terrible.
Oh, right. You can like well, we need to kill it first, wouldn't we?
I was ready to I was like, oh, this is where I pull out a laser gun and just like mine.
Yes.
I know you just wanted to wear that skeleton antler thing on your head.
Who doesn't want a skin suit? I asked.
That's evil. That was cool. But that's evil.
I want to remind our viewers that we're still taking part in this charity, the 2040 charity for racial equality in the tech industry. I think Roll20 is still matching your donations up to, I think, 15,000. I think we're almost at the mark. This is the last of Roll20Con right now.
Are we rounding out the entire con with this game?
Yeah, we are. This was the last thing.
Wow.
Woo, headliners.
Yeah,
Yeah, what did you all think? Did you like it?
It was awesome. That was
that
so
was
cool.
fun.
Was.
Yeah. tell your
Fun time
friends.
with first time with the system too. So that was a lot of fun.
It was, yeah. You can. This is for sale in the module for $7. So, or it's for sale on the marketplace for $7. So people can buy the game and play it themselves. See what all of the memories on the random memory generated table will be.
Ooh, are there many?
Yeah, there are. There are 12.
Nice.
And there are a lot of different versions, like a lot of different ways this could have gone. But
The way
I was,
that the rolling works in this system is so interesting and clever.
Mm.
And I
Yes.
thought it was hilarious when Liselle rolled a complexity 3d10 and got 3 10s. And I was just saying, in any other game, I would, pray for that roll. In this game, not so much.
I need to
Oh.
tell you that I am suffering currently and have been for about a year from a terrible dice curse in my normal D&D home game, and I can't shake it. And I was terrified to see that it had followed me online.
But normally that would be in most systems, that would be a phenomenal roll. But in this system where you can't roll
It really
double,
would.
it was a terrible roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
and you were trapped in that MI space for way longer than anyone
I
has
was.
been trapped there. Yeah.
That was so fun.
You can really tell that the system has been developed specifically for Roll20 because it's really smooth to find everything and click it, even if you've never even seen the interface before. And I really appreciated that.
Here for the art, by the way. This stuff is gorgeous. I love the character designs. It was really pretty.
The illustrations are wonderful. I can't wait to cycle through all of them at some point as well. Also, I have been sent a message. Someone has drawn fan art of Vinko while we were watching. A good friend of mine named Molly seems to have illustrated while watching the stream.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
So cool.
Oh no.
I want to mention the artist. He's called Patsy McDowell, and like he's looking for like commissions these days. He's on Twitter at anyone's Patsy, I think, and super good. And I think he did all of these in 10 days.
Wow.
And like also the maps. It was insane.
Wow.
Like wow, right?
As an illustrator, I work way slower, so I am terribly impressed.
I try and be nothing but be in awe of anything I can't do, and I can definitely not draw. So.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for the excuse to get dressed up, and thanks for playing my first module I've ever written. I really appreciate getting to test it out on such awesome players as you all. It's been a delight.
It has been so much fun.
Thank you. This is
Thank
great.
you.
It has. Truly has.
So much.
All right. Thank you all for being here. Have a lovely night.
Thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.